to talk. You guys can handle it.
Get ready, Masonry fans. It's time for the industry's greatest event, the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 World
And then Belden after that. I'll be on the wall.
Boards, everybody. 3, 2, 1, let's lay some brick. Super Bowl of Naples.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. But Sensei.
The road ends here. Who will be crowned the world's best bricklayer? Tune in to find out.
Yeah, and that's going to be happening tomorrow. That's when Masonry Madness begins. It starts early in the morning at 8 o'clock. But right now, this is all about the sponsors, the people that put it all together to make this show what it is. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom Clark. I am one of the hosts for the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500, along with Will Scott, who's going to be my partner, Ashton Fairchild, Ryan Shaver, and Jim O'Connor. The five of us are going to be taking care of the big show tomorrow. But right now, I want to introduce to you some of the sponsors that are here that are responsible, as I said, for putting this show together. I got to make sure that I can talk right because Derek Wolf is here from Space Cap. And Derek, first of all, you guys are a brand new sponsor. We are excited. And what you have done is you put this beautiful Space Cap on top of the Chevy truck. And what that has done, that has made first prize over $100,000. This is an incredible addition to the show. Welcome to be part of the family, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tom. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, and sunny Las Vegas, and a part of this, and being a sponsor. And I mean, it's beautiful. It's turned out amazing, and the first place prize, to be able to win this, it just looks absolutely amazing. And can't wait to see it on the road, and whoever's going to be able to win it, it's going to be huge.
So talk to me about Space Cap. Now, this is one of the three different models. We got the biggest one on here. This is the Diablo, which I believe Will Ferrell called it the Fighting Chicken. But it's a lot more than that. It is roomy. It's good for your tools. You can move it from different truck to different truck. Give me a little background on Space Cap and exactly what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a transferable service body. So what that means is that this can go from truck to truck to truck, no matter the manufacturer. So Ford to a Chevrolet to a Dodge, just as long as that bed length is the same size. So 6.5 foot or an 8.5 foot box, it's going to live from truck to truck to truck, making everything a lot easier for your team.
All right. Well, I want to talk about the inside because as we see it's on top, you can take it anywhere. What about the inside? Give me some dimensions in there and what a mason contractor might be able to put inside for tools, for equipment, whatever he might need.
Yeah, what's great about the inside is, well, first, it's an all fiberglass. So that's going to keep the weather away from your tools or anything that you're carrying. It's going to stay 100% dry no matter what the weather throws at you. And on the inside, that shelving could be set up to whatever your needs are. So it's fully customizable. We could tailor make it around whatever your techs are looking for.
Now, you guys originally started in Canada. You're in the United States right now. How is it catching on in the U.S.? Because I'll tell you what, I feel like I see these things all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge. So we have a New York-based plant, and we are getting tons of inquiries. I mean, every single day, tons of them. So it's getting huge. We got a lot of people out there pushing this product, and I mean, being here is going to be huge. It's going to be nonstop.
Now, this is going to go to the winner, but we do have you over along 10th City over there. You've got one of the trucks that's got a space cap on it, and you've got the QR code. If they want more information, they can actually take that QR code. It'll take you right to your website, and then they can see the different models. Talk about the other two models aside from the Diablo.
Yeah, absolutely. So our smallest model is the compact, and that's actually going to sit level with your truck cab. It has side doors that are going to go up vertically, and also 60/40 doors on the back. The Wild sits about 8 inches above your truck cab.
Okay.
Same concept as the compact. It's going to have the side doors that open up, 60/40 doors on the back. Those are for you're going to work on the outside of the truck. A lot of your techs are buying those, service techs, whatnot. And then the Diablo, 6'3", you can walk in the back. Everything you work from the inside of the truck, all you're accessible to your tools from the inside.
Okay, now I'm not 6'3", but I'm going to walk in the back of the truck. We got the other camera here. I'm going to show you. Now I'm 6'1", about 6'1 and a half, and I've still got room over here, and you can actually see the inside. This is great. This is some sturdy stuff right here, and there is a lot of room. You can turn around. You got a little section up here that you could put. I would probably put my dog up there, nice little dog bed, you know, and just let him just chill out and take it nice and easy. But this is awesome, and I want to talk about one more feature, Derek, if you would. You guys can actually sync up the lock in the back to whatever's going on with the truck. So you just need one of those little boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, it actually connects to the factory key fob. So what we do is we're going to wire from the battery all the way to the back. There's a 2 and a 4 prong, one for your lights and one for your locks. So everything works in your factory key fob.
I love it. And you know what? Don't keep your tools in the back of your truck. Get yourself a space cap and keep them safe.
Absolutely, safe and dry.
I love it. Derek Wolf with Space Cap, Richard Smith, you guys are going to be over at the tent. Thank you so much. Great to have you here as part of the family here for the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. $100,000. A Mason is going to walk away with that, and this is awesome. Thank you, brother.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's move on. Let's meet another sponsor.
Hey, it's Eric from Space Cap. I'd like to introduce you to our 3 products.
This is the Compact. Small footprint, big impact. You see everything, you grab what you need fast, and you save on fuel. Next up, the Wild, our mid-size model and the most versatile of all. With its 53-inch height, it's designed for easy access from the outside, no need to step inside. It's the all-around go-to. The Space Cap Diablo offers an exceptionally comfortable walk-in experience thanks to its high interior clearance and spacious design. With a full-height roof, users can stand up and move around easily inside, making it ideal for mobile workstations or organizing tools and equipment without crouching or discomfort. The Diablo, big, tough, built like a tank. Your mobile workshop wherever your job takes you. 3 models, 3 styles. Which one's yours?
You know, every year, Brian Belden and Belden Brick, they donate all this brick for the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. But aside from that and being so charitable, even at the regionals, it's absolutely amazing what you do. You always bring us an incredible wall to look at, something special. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Belden from Belden Brick. Tell me what you got here. This is really cool. I love the color on this.
So this is part of a new glaze line that we just introduced this year. Kind of more of a craftsman-y, artsy look to the product. We make it in multiple colors. You got some greens here that we mingled together, kind of created a pattern, and then you also have a metallic vertical scratch to set it off a little bit. So just some different texture and new colors.
But, you know, when you're talking about Belden Brick and, you know, you go to your website, you see a lot of this stuff. I love it. Yeah, go Belden Brick. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what live TV is all about, and I love it.
Man.
But we go to your website and we see different color, different textures, different styles. Talk about some of those, because there is so much within the Belden company.
No doubt. Brick is not red.
Yeah.
So, we make a lot of different colors. We've got more than 250 colors in our catalog, and then you go into custom blends and custom colors and things like that. We can do all kinds of things. Introduction of a new line this year is going to really enhance that product offering.
Talk about the quality and reliability of the Belden Brick as it's translated into the real world, where we're talking about, longevity, not just beauty, but the fact that it lasts, and it is an incredible product.
Yeah, we always try to create a product where it gets into the field and the mason can get out there, take the brick right out of the pack and put it right in the wall. We don't want them to slow down. Productivity is the key in the field, and obviously making a great quality wall. So we want to make a product that mason can just grab the brick, put it in, not have to worry about it. Every brick that comes in the package hopefully gets in the wall, and there's very little scrap. And, obviously things happen in transportation at times, but Belden's always prided itself on making a good package and a good product that help you with that process and keep that productivity up.
Well, we love it. We're grateful. You're such a great sponsor for doing this, but you're doing more than that, because we're talking about the future and making these kids the skilled masons that we need in the industry. What is Belden, what are you guys doing to make sure that that's happening?
Yeah, we're always out trying to support different events. This obviously is the creme de la creme of everything for recruiting and workforce development. So we try to support industry association projects, certainly the local union programs and things like that. Try to give brick to those guys so they can get the training that they need and get it done. So anything we can do to try to get to the youth of America a little bit today, I think we got to get into those younger grades and talk to those kids about what life is really like and what the opportunities in masonry are, because it's a
It really is. And, we don't just see you here. You and I, we've crossed paths at the regionals as well. So, you're out there, you're supporting the regionals, which is great, because everybody knows Belden is always going to be there. You can count on them. So what's going to be the future? What are we looking forward to with Belden Brick?
I don't know. I think 2026 is going to be a pretty good year. We're trying to increase our capacity. We've done a lot of capital investing in the plants to try to get more brick out. I think the year is looking good in regards to the economy, so hopefully that continues to go forward that way, and we'll continue to develop new colors and try to get the customers what they're demanding.
Well, this is good stuff. BeldenBrick.com, that's the website. I really want to invite everybody to go there and see just the various colors and projects and textures that you guys have, because, like you said, it's more than just orange. It is like the Crayola box that you can build with.
We've got a great new thing on our website. It's called our Masonry Studio, and you can actually go in and use that program, pick mortar colors, mingle different brick colors together, pull it into a file, and actually put it into a rendering or a software program to design your own wall if you want to.
So if I want a really cool man cave, I can go to BeldenBrick.com?
Absolutely.
There you go. It's all about the man cave, ladies and gentlemen. That is so cool. Brian? Yeah, I got to be careful. I got to say garden house too. That's awesome. Brian Belden and Belden Brick, what a great sponsor over the years. We really appreciate it. Very cool wall. Come by, touch it, feel it. It's very nice. And then come by the tent.
Excited to have people stop by product and looking forward to having people come by.
I love it. Brian, thank you. Let's take a look at this, and then we're going to meet another sponsor.
The Belden Brick Company has been the standard of comparison in brick manufacturing since 1885. 140 years later, we still set the standard.
In durability, consistency, through body color, and brick design innovation.
5 generations.
One standard. Built by experience. Being family owned for 140 years isn't just our history,
it's our competitive advantage.
From the clay in our minds to the finished brick on its way to the construction site, we control every step. That's how we guarantee the standard.
Light responsive technology.
Custom design solutions. Historic preservation. Continuous evolution. We never say no to a challenge, whether it's bringing the Alamo back to life or creating brick that changes color with light.
We find a way. The standard of comparison since 1885.
Still family owned, still innovating, still helping build North America's future, one brick at a time.
Okay. So these really aren't the real bricks that we're going to be using in the Spec Mixed Bricklayer 500, right? So we don't use it. But, you come by the Brick Industry Association right here, which is right next to Belden, and meet these two nice young ladies right here, Tricia Maurer and Megan Pace, and they're part of the BIA. And you guys, well, let me just tell you, you guys are key for the brick industry. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Represents the manufacturers and distributors of clay brick. Those are our members, and our mission is to promote and safeguard the clay brick industry.
Are there some new initiatives or programs that you guys are into right now that you want to share with everybody?
Yes, actually in 2025 we started a monumental, we launched a $2 million marketing campaign reaching our target audience of home builders, architects, along with homeowners, and it's something that our industry just had never done, and it needed to be done. So we're hoping that the promotion that we're doing also will translate to jobs for mason contractors.
Now, we've got something very special coming up in the middle of the show tomorrow. We got the Legendary Craftsmanship Award. Let's talk about that, because that's a very special award for someone who has really dedicated their life to this industry with a whole lot of passion and pride.
Yeah, so BIA is partnering with the MCAA, and we are providing Jay Smith the award, and he's been in the industry for over 40 years, and he's a second-generation mason who is training the next generation, which is so important. I mean, that's part of the reason why we're here, to bring and elevate how important the trades are. And he actually has trained his daughter, who will be the third generation. So we want to celebrate him and just let him know how much he's appreciated.
That's awesome. I can't wait to meet him and hand that award to him. And Megan, I'm going to turn to you. We have not only a lot of things going on here in the booth, they can come see you. Talk about that, and then we're going to talk about this guy that's behind us right here.
Of course, yes. Everyone loves coming to the VI attend. We have a mini squish brick that people can have, and we also have real fired clay brick that people have our website on.
So this won't hurt if I throw it at my camera guy, right? So I can just okay, good, see. I'm not going to throw the little one, because then he'll just make me look really, really bad to do that.
And we have our very talented sculptor back here. This is Sten, and he is going to sculpt in the Bricklayer 500 logo into raw clay, and then we are going to send it back to the plant and fire this and give it to the winner of the Bricklayer 500.
So somebody has something special besides the truck and besides the space cap that's on top of that. They're going to get this really cool thing, and they can watch him throughout the entire show, right, doing this?
Correct, yes. It's going to be a progression over the show tomorrow, where he'll be sculpting the whole logo inside there.
Okay, well, that's awesome. Please come see the ladies for the BIA. Ask the questions. You can talk to Stan. I'm sure he'll help you out with what's going on here. And if you have any questions, we can go to BIA. GoBrick, that's right. Oh, that's right. It's right here. GoBrick.com. I forgot about that, you know. I love that. That's awesome. Well, ladies, thank you so much. I can't wait to see Stan's finished product. And then we'll see you tomorrow out in the middle of the arena for the Legendary Craftsman Award. All right. Go Brick. GoBrick.com. You know what? One of these days I'm going to study all my notes, and it's going to be good. It's going to be just fine. All right. Take a look at this spot right here from the BIA, and then we'll be right back.
They are the first tools of our imaginations. Trusted since the beginning of time. Crafted from a 6,000-year-old recipe. 100% recyclable and as pure as the earth itself. Brick stands out in your memories. Because brick stands, well, everywhere. From the schools you went to the homes of the people you love, to the iconic buildings you've seen, and the stunning design elements you can't wait to see. Brick packs more durability per square inch than anything scientists have tried inventing in a lab. Seriously, every kid on the planet knows that only one pig didn't have its house blown down, and it sure wasn't the one made of vinyl or fiber cement. Brick can be elegantly simple or crazy complex. It can leave you wondering how they do that. And then, how can I do that? And in a world that continues to move toward the artificial, the temporary, the disposable, brick endures. Because brick stands for good.
Yeah, we have the opening
Spec Mix, your trusted leader in masonry mortars and grouts, is excited to elevate your projects even further with a full line of high-performance masonry sealants that match Spec Mix mortar colors, delivering the same specifiable quality and reliability you've come to depend on. Spec Mix sealants come in both non-sag and self-leveling formulations, backed by a full range of packaging sizes and formats that give contractors the flexibility to tackle any job with speed and precision. Spec Mix sealants are available in both standard and textured finishes to closely match the appearance of any mortar joint. Engineered for superior gunning and finishing performance, they give applicators a smooth, seamless installation every time. Whether it's a major build or a detailed specialty application, Spec Mix delivers the performance and convenience that keeps projects moving and customers satisfied.
So I guess you could say that Spec Mix, we're here. This is the mothership. This is where we are right here, Sean, right?
Spec Mix in the house. Tom, great to be back with you, man.
Good to see you. This is Sean O'Malley. Now, years ago, him and I were the host and co-host out there at the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. We got you behind the scenes, doing some producing, doing some show floor directing stuff. It is great to have you back with a microphone.
It is really good to be in the background. You know, if there are any little flaws in the whole program, they don't know it's me that.
All right, let's talk about some great Spec Mix products that you know a lot about. They can always come to you to talk about that. We're going to be talking about the XP 400 and 500 today, and also some sealants. Where do you want to start?
Actually, even stepping back further from that, adhered veneer mortars. It's such an innovative style. We have a lot of different products. There is some confusion out there of which product to use and when. So starting with one of our basics, the adhered veneer, the Spec Mix adhered veneer mortars, designed for lightweight units. They don't carry a whole lot of load. Those units are already manufactured and stored up in the back, so you don't need anything overly sophisticated.
Gotcha.
But as we get into this tendency with natural stones, as you see behind us, these units are carrying heavier and heavier weights.
Are we talking like maybe 2 and 3 times heavier for something like that? Or
easily double.
Easily, okay.
We're going to talk about some things that are even going triple and quadruple.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when we get to these natural thin stones, they're sawn very thin, but we still need something with more than just cement in it. We need something that has a mechanical bond. That's where we get into the admixtures and the polymers. So the Spec Mix polymer modified adhered veneer mortar, that is excellent, gives you that additional mechanical bond. But then we step over to the best, the latest and greatest. We're talking like thin set masonry applications. These things are not like a traditional mortar. This is more of a thin set type mortar. It's not a fat bed. These materials are designed to carry heavy loads up to 30 pounds per square foot.
So I've got like a backer board here, and then I'm going to put on the Spec Mix, and then I'm going to put on my stone. Is that kind of the way it works?
If an installer elects to go with a cement substrate, cement board substrate, they've got to go with an XP 500 type product.
Gotcha.
That's a high bond, high performance product. No other product should be used in those applications.
Okay.
But again, it's not like a regular mason is going to use his trowel and try to spread it out. He's using margin trowels, back buttering these units, and then installing them in place. We have the more economical version with the XP 400, but the go-to classic super glue for masonry mortars, XP 500. It is amazing. You put it up there today, you're not knocking it off tomorrow with a hammer.
Okay, that's really tough. These are some great products that Spec Mix has.
That's right.
But there's a lot more than just those products, and that's right over here. We're going to be talking about sealants as well. All right, let's walk over to the sealants.
This is not brick block stone.
We've got it designed nowadays with control joints and stuff of that nature. And you see behind us, we have a lot of different applications that we need a sealant that can actually match our materials. We can line them up to be the same exact Spec Mix colors, whether a textured or a non-textured. We have both hybrid and silicone sealant.
Now, what's the difference between those two? What are we talking about here between the hybrid and then the silicone?
I can't give you that secret technology.
It's a secret. It is secret technology, isn't it? Well, you can see the chart over there. There's some standard colors and there's some textured sealant colors as well, and that really offers a lot of options when you're talking about, what do I want in between my brick? What do I want in between my stones?
So many people overlook the fact that texture is aesthetics.
Right.
And if it's a textured product, it can look like a different color. So it's very important to have both options available for the designer.
All right, and they can go to specmix.com, of course, and catch all of that. And also, when you go to specmix.com, you can click on the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 and catch the big show tomorrow.
Starting off at
9
a.m. live.
9 a.m. We're going to be live.
It's all day long.
I think it is. Hey, it is great to have you back with the microphone, and you know what? You're still going to be here for the big show, which is great.
Absolutely.
All right, specmix.com, that's where you got to go. Check out the XP400, the XP500, all the sealants. This is the mothership. We're going to bid you adieu, but we're going to play this commercial right now, and then we're going to come right back and talk to another great sponsor. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
Spec Mix brings you 4 mortars that rock. ASTM C270, specifically designed to be used as a scratch coat, bond coat, and jointing mortars in lightweight manufactured adhered veneer masonry unit applications. Spec Mix polymer modified adhered veneer mortar is the thick bedding mortar with grip, meeting ASTM C270 and ANSI 118.4 standards. It is designed to be used as a scratch coat, bond coat, and jointing mortar in any thin masonry veneer application, and is specifically recommended when placing natural thin cut stone masonry and or adhering directly to properly prepared concrete or concrete masonry units. Introducing Spec Mix Thin Veneer Adhesion Mortar XP400, meeting ANSI 118.4 standards and backed by a 3 or 5 year warranty. XP400 is specifically designed as a cementitious adhesive for thin veneer masonry units. The mix with extreme board life and maximum bond strength for thin bonding adhered veneer applications is Spec Mix Thin Veneer Adhesion Mortar XP500, meeting ANSI 118.15 standards. XP500 provides superior adhesion and low sag for the most challenging applications. Best of all, it's backed by 15 and 25 year warranties. For any application method, unit type, or substrate, Spec Mix is your source for high performance masonry adhered veneer mortars.
They give me this one, I said just that.
Okay. Okay, I got to tell you something, Jason. Quikrete is just amazing. What a great part of the family. Quikrete and Spec Mix all together. And you guys every year always have such great products. We know that you have demos going on inside the South Hall, but out here they can come talk to you and your crew. And you got a lot of things that are happening within the Quikrete family. And one of them that we want to talk about first is the Form and Pour, right?
Yeah, Tom. So that's a product that we came out with a couple of years ago. It's a traditional concrete mix, but it takes it to the next level. It's known for its high fluid characteristics, so you can do cast-in-place repairs with consolidation and rewrapping the bar.
Is this something that maybe a homeowner could use with the Form and Pour, or is this more of a commercial use?
This is more of a commercial product. So
okay.
A homeowner could use, but the typical applications would be, road and bridge construction, anywhere where you want to behind the form repairs.
Okay. What else are we going to see here in the booth? Over here, have the general purpose grout,
yep,
right?
We have one of our grout products, general purpose grout. You can see a little cutaway of a typical application with a keyway. So grouts are used for void filling. They're typically specified for their high strengths and their non-shrink characteristics.
And then right behind us, we got a pallet right here, the Quikrete 5000. And I don't know, I feel like I see this in like places like Home Depot and stuff, don't I?
It is. It's our commercial grade concrete mix. It's what the contractors prefer. Everybody's familiar with the yellow bag, but this is the contractor's choice. So it's basically a richer mix, allows you for great characteristics for finishing, placing, and workability.
And you know what? There's just so many unique, like not just characteristics, but things that Quikrete are known for. Let's talk a little bit about some of those products that you guys have and why they're just so good and why people love Quikrete so much.
Yeah, we can hit all different sectors. You're familiar with the big box store sector, so we have stuff for the homeowners, and we also have products that are on commercial job sites and state DOTs. So we've got quality, consistency to keep jobs moving, and products that fit all needs.
It's kind of funny. It's the tagline. It's what America's made of, but it truly is, because it seems like no matter where you go, whether it's the Form and Pour, or the general purpose grout, or the 5000, Quikrete is right there.
Yep, we have products to meet all your needs. So.
All right, and what have we got going on inside the South Hall as well? We know you got a nice demo going.
Yeah,
in
we
there
got a good booth inside. We have live product demonstrations of 3D printing.
Okay.
Which you guys are going to step down and see down there.
Yeah, we're going to check out the 3D printer with the RIC Technology in just a second.
We have our new thin patch where there's live product demonstrations, and we have live product demonstration on the Form and Pour and on general purpose grout.
Let me ask you a question here. I'm going to throw you a little bit of a curveball. Okay. On the thin patch, what if I have maybe a driveway at home and I got a few cracks or some holes? Is thin patch something am I going to use, or am I going to use the 5000?
Well, if you have pitted, spalled repairs, this is ideal.
This is the one.
This is the one. So driveway aprons, porches, it can actually go vertical, it can actually go overhead. So it's polymer modified.
But I got to pull my car out of the garage. I mean, how long before I can wait to where I can drive over that?
If you got a half-inch application, you can do 24 hours.
Really?
Drive over. Yep.
Okay, so I can just tell the wife, hey, I got to hang in the house for a little while. I can't go anywhere. The thin patch in 24 hours, but then I'm good to go.
You're good to go.
All right, come over here, see Jason at the Quikrete booth. They're going to take real good care of you and talk about all those products, and then he can send you inside for that live demonstration as well. Jason, thank you very much.
Thanks
Jason Penny with Quikrete. Take a look at this, and then we're going to go see some really cool 3D printing with some Quikrete from RIC Technology. Okay. Everybody talks about AI, they talk about technology, and then you want to mix in some masonry with it, and this is what you get. Ryan Cox and RIC Technology, and we're actually 3D printing with Quikrete. This is absolutely amazing. Now, we saw this last year, but it's getting even better. Ryan, first of all, thank you for being a part of this.
Of course,
this is
pleasure.
awesome, man. Talk about RIC Technology.
Yeah, so RIC Technology is a state-of-the-art manufacturing company that's working inside the United States to bring 3D robotics construction and robotics construction live to the industry in real time. Not just a pipe dream or something you see, something that's actually printing every single day inside the United States.
You know, and we're watching it right now. It's right next to us, and it's amazing the way they can do that. And it's almost like, I don't know, maybe like CAD drawings and you know, kind of how they do stuff like that. And it's absolutely perfect. Now, he's got a gun right there. He's checking the temp, I guess, of the Quikrete as it's being poured.
That's right.
What does that do?
Make sure that the material is exactly where we need it at all times. The Quikrete material is specifically formulated to operate in temperature. We want to make sure that it's bonding to itself. We want to make sure that it's working accordingly. We want to make sure that it's exactly at the specification.
What happened? So the future is AI, but then you want to mix in the masonry industry, and what do you get? You get Ryan Cox, RIC Technology, and Quikrete, and you throw it all together there. Ryan, first of all, welcome. Thanks again for coming back. And
of course.
I mean, you got a crowd here. It's just undeniable. We had to move people out of the way, but it's very cool what's going on. Let's talk about RIC Technology and what you guys are doing.
Yes, sir. So RIC Technology, robotics in construction. It's a state-of-the-art robotics manufacturing firm that basically provides robots and robotic solutions to the construction industry, partnered directly with Quikrete so that we have the opportunity to use the best product on the market, the best agents on the market, and the largest distribution on the market so that we can capture construction inside the United States.
Okay, so we got the 3D printing, and we're watching it right now behind us, and you
Yes,
guys
sir.
are building kind of a small wall. See a guy with a temperature gun is what it looks like?
Yes, sir. So we were trying to make sure that all the conditions for printing are always uniform. The Quikrete product that we're currently using likes to react. We like to make sure that the time is there. We like to make sure that it's bonding properly. We like to make sure that it's layering properly so that it sticks to itself and then can be built up and then sustain its own weight while that robot makes its next pass.
Okay, now we're looking at this. It kind of looks like a little small area, but these robots with RIC, they actually build walls.
That's correct.
Like
big
walls.
Yeah, so
Talk
we have,
about that.
So we have the opportunity to go 24 foot tall and up to 36 foot tall. We can pre-insulate the walls. We can put electromechanical inside of those walls. We can go up as long as you can imagine and as wide as you can imagine. There is no limit to what the robot can do. So we literally plug in a CAD drawing or a CAD file and then digitize that file so that it works right along the engineering specs as well as the architectural plans and prints accordingly.
No, how does RIC and Quikrete work together to where the material doesn't come apart? Because you would think if this thing was spitting out, it'd be...
Yes. So this isn't your granddaddy's concrete mix. No. Let me tell you that right now. Yeah, my father would be my father would be happy to know this is the better, new, improved version of concrete all day long, and this was specifically engineered by Quikrete so that it can hold its shape as well as adhere to itself, and those bonding agents are in there so that it has that, which is one of the reasons not only we're checking the temperature, but also making sure that it's uniform across the line. The uniformity of what Quikrete provides is everywhere in every single state that allows us to have the same product and the same repetitive process every single time.
So what are we looking for in the future right here? Are we going to turn this guy loose that's behind us just to, hey, build a home or, hey, build a school? Is it going to get to that point?
It's already there, son. It is already there. Yeah, so these robots have built Walmart. These robots are building Granger. These robots are building grocery stores. These robots are building your grandma's home. Skyland 3D out of Oklahoma is building tornado-proof structures. You've got wind, weather, hurricane results out of Kentucky coming out right now. There's just tons of applications that are there, and then obviously involving the Cement Masons and Plasterers Union, also large Quikrete users. They're fireproof in these buildings so that we can handle the next generation of storms and the next innovation of national disasters using a traditional Quikrete product.
That's ridiculously amazing. Ryan, come
And
see
not
Ryan
expensive.
Cox. No? Oh, really?
It's not expensive.
Okay. I like that. That's even better because
That's
everybody
right.
is always worried about the bottom line.
Well, we're in the concrete industry. You got to be.
Oh, yeah. I like it. Come see Ryan Cox over here at RIC Technology. Watch the 3D printer. Now, you're going to be doing this for the next couple of days, just continuous, right?
Yeah, I don't get a lunch break.
I love it. Well, can you build me something maybe?
I can. If you'll check out up front, we got that Quikrete wall. We do logos, and we'll be in a town near you soon.
I love it, man. Ryan Cox, thank you so much. With
Thank
RIC
you.
Technology and Quikrete coming together, that's what it's all about. Let's work together to make everything better, and it starts with this kind of technology. I love this. This is great. Watch
Thanks,
this,
guys.
and we'll be right back.
Oh my God, that was perfect. That's the best way to start a podcast right there, is do something like that.
I knew immediately that it was going to be a game changer.
And my dad basically told me, you're not graduating, sitting on my couch and doing nothing.
Okay.
So I graduated high school on a Friday, and on Monday, he put me out in the field.
From 165 students to by 800 tomorrow, it took a lot.
We hope that we're reaching young people and they become future masons, but if they're not, then maybe they're going to become an estimator or a structural engineer, or, so that this background in masonry will help them with that, down the road.
Going through the high school program and competing and everything like that, and they've seen me grow throughout the years for the past 10 years, so they're like my family now.
Look, this is a hard job. It is.
So it's great. We always try to find a brick that the guys are happy with.
The Spec Mix Pro Series continues. I like this guy.
Harness on. We had a last second guess. block. I mean, best block. Coulter Crowell with best block. Man, you guys have got just some amazing displays over here in the booth.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. We've got a bunch of stuff in the booth this year, but what I want to focus on for just a few minutes is a new product, and this is our Max Veneers Thin product, okay? So with the growth of the thin adhered veneers products over the past several years, that led us to develop this. And also, the structural components changed to where you can get a heavier unit on the wall, and our product falls within those structural codes. So the cool thing about it is it has a 3,900 PSI compressive strength, so it provides a very durable surface on the wall for a variety of different applications and designs. So if you're a designer or a developer and you want that look of Max Veneers on your project, then you don't have the structural requirements in the foundation or on the wall. The Max Veneers Thin product is right for you. So I want to talk about it just a second more. It comes in 3 different heights: 12 inches high, 8 inches high, and 4 inches high, all in 24-inch lengths. There are 3 different finishes: ground face, polished, and textured, and it comes in 12 different colors. Now the cool thing is we get a lot of square footage on our truck.
Right.
So it has a very long shipping radius and a very low landed cost on your project, right? So let's talk about the installation for just a moment. You guys heard about the Spec Mix XP mortars earlier.
Right.
We recommend this product be installed with the Spec Mix XP 400 or XP 500, and if you do that, then you're well above the requirements for code for shear bond strength. And as you can see here, Tom, we have this displayed, installed directly to the CMU with Spec Mix XP 500.
Now, when we're talking about the weight, a lot of people want to know sometimes, how much does something like that weigh? You know, they feel like, well, is it really going to hold it or not hold it? What am I talking about weight-wise for one of these?
So the code requirement, you have to be less than 30 pounds per square foot on the wall.
That's okay,
That's okay, right? So this product falls about 18 pounds per square foot on the wall, right? So, and we get 250 PSI shear bond strength with the Spec Mix XP mortars. So definitely going to hold.
But this isn't the only thing you've got. You've got so many nice displays here at Best Block, and you know, it's the beauty of block, man.
Yes, that's right.
It is the beauty of block.
It is.
That's what we're talking about. Now, where can we actually get Best Block? And I know we got a big giant map that we want to take a look at, right?
We do. So if you take a look at the map, you'll see that we have 52 locations across the country servicing different regions of the country. And within each of those regions, we have great products and great colors and great people available to service the customer.
All right, and we're looking at the map right now, so you can see you're everywhere across the United States.
That's
where
right.
They can get some of the Best Blocks.
That's right. Yeah, and if the regionally they're available, but if the price is right, these products will ship across the country.
All right, let's talk about some of the other walls that you hear that people can see. We're going to hang here, but let's just start talking about some of the walls and see. What do you have? Let's talk about the beauty of block.
Almost one of every of the design series product that we make in this booth here. We have 7 different panels, right? So we have the Max Veneers up front, we have the Terra face, we have the Blast face over there on the side. That's a great one, right? And we have the old look. See the fluted block there? You see the mid-century modern design, some of those older buildings around town?
I like it.
We still make that stuff.
Okay.
You can get it right at Best Block.
I like that. And we do have some behind here as well, some really nice stuff. This is so nice and smooth. I love the feel of this,
stuff.
We don't have to worry about that rough block or anything that's there. We can put something really sweet on top of that here.
That's right.
Well, that's good. Also, you guys are a big part of the competition tomorrow for Masonry Madness. Can't wait to talk to you guys out there as we talk about the fastest trowel on the block, using a lot of that Best Block out there, which is really good. Yeah. Hey, come see Coulter. He'll take good care of you, I promise. And
Tom,
thank
always
you
a pleasure.
so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Best Block. These guys rock. Hey, that rhymed. You know, if I want a sealant, I got to go to this guy right here. This is David Valance, and he is the sealant expert with Spec Mix, Quikrete. You guys, I'll tell you what, this is really interesting, everything that we have back here. Dave, let's talk about sealant and why it's so important.
Well, you're going to have seams on every job,
right?
And you got to keep the water out. And, you know, long and short, that's what this does. There's a lot of technologies that do that job, but Spec Mix has what we believe is the best.
Now, why? What makes it so good, and why am I going to put that, you know, on my project?
The most important part is that it's a hybrid product that doesn't shrink.
Okay.
The old school products, they'd lose 30% of their mass when they cured. They chalk, color fade, and all of that. But the hybrid version of the Spec Mix sealant, 100% solids, will not shrink. And the cool thing, you can either match or contrast the Spec Mix mortars. Now, there's some old school guys that insist on silicone.
Right.
We're going to take care of them too.
Oh, so you got them both?
We do. We've got a NutriCure silicone product that works great. We also have a textured version of the hybrid. Now, that's important. If you're working with a stucco substrate, you don't necessarily want a smooth sealant.
So that kind of blends in with the stucco, with the feel, is what we're talking about there.
Absolutely.
Okay. And what makes that the difference there? We're talking about the hybrid, we're talking about the silicone. Talk about the difference, some of that.
Well, the difference between hybrid and silicone can't be painted. So let's say down the road, they want to paint their brick. They got silicone, they're going to have to take it out and put something else.
So they need the hybrid for that.
Yes,
so you would save this silicone maybe for projects where you know there's going to be a lot of water, but you want that clear finish.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Where would you use that? Give me an example of where silicone might be used that would benefit them.
Well, a lot of guys want a clear sealant around a window frame.
Okay.
And where they want clear that's going to be exposed to sun, this silicone product works for the best.
Maybe if you're redoing the bathroom, the wife says, let's redo the bathroom, but I want the best sealant on the market. I'm going to get some silicone sealant from you guys.
In the bathroom, you can use the white and the clear of this NutriCure silicone, and it's going to work well where you're taking out old products.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's the one we recommend when you have to replace the sealant in a bathroom.
All right, well, they can come see you right here in the Spec Mix booth to talk sealant. They want to know everything, you got it, right?
Thank you.
All
yes,
right,
sir.
David Valance, he's the guy. Come see him here at the booth. He'll take good care of you, everything. All right, let's put a sealant on this interview.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, you want a hybrid sealant or you want a silicone for the interview?
Hybrid.
Hybrid, okay, we're going to hybrid that. We'll be right back.
Spec Mix, your trusted leader in masonry mortars and grouts, is excited to elevate your projects even further with a full line of high-performance masonry sealants that match Spec Mix mortar colors, delivering the same specifiable quality and reliability you've come to depend on. Spec Mix sealants come in both non-sag and self-leveling formulations, backed by a full range of packaging sizes and formats that give contractors the flexibility to tackle any job with speed and precision. Spec Mix sealants are available in both standard and textured finishes to closely match the appearance of any mortar joint. Engineered for superior gunning and finishing performance, they give applicators a smooth, seamless installation every time. Whether it's a major build or a detailed specialty application, Spec Mix delivers the performance and convenience that keeps projects moving and customers satisfied. The road ends here.
You're probably wondering why the shot is going up. That's because I'm with Craig Edwards from JLG, and we're in one of their amazing lifts. And I love this, and I'll tell you why. These guys are the best in the industry, and Craig is known as the actual face of JLG. We're going to find out why he is the face of JLG. But we're in one of several that you see right here. Oh, we can actually go right over to that camera right there. I think we could talk to this guy over. Are we going to go up a little higher?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think we can go up a little higher. I like that. Hi, everybody. We're up here in, now, Craig, what machine are we got here? Let's see. I can't see the number. What are we talking about?
So we're in a 660 SJ JLG boom lift, probably the most popular telescopic boom lift in the industry.
Okay.
66 feet. This is what every large building is built with. So very, very popular machine.
Now, I noticed that it was nice and easy. We go up and we go over the top of the Who's the World's Best Bricklayer area right here where all our prizes are going to be. Pretty versatile with these machines, what they can do and where they can go. Let's talk a little bit about that because these are some pretty cool machines.
Yeah, this is, we build machines for the operator.
Right.
We don't build machines for a plant. We build the machines for the operator. So this is what the operator needs. They need to be able to do multi-functions at the same time. So we can, you probably felt when we were lifting and rotating at the same time.
Yeah.
It's very important to have those type of features and benefits to a machine because it's the operator that matters.
Gotcha. Hey, let's turn around. We got another camera down here that we can talk to right there. Let's just talk about you guys coming back once again here to the Spec Mixed Bricklayer 500. It is great to have JLG in the family again. I love it.
This is probably the biggest reason we're back after maybe taking a few years off from World Concrete.
Right.
Was because of this. JLG wants to be a company that supports the trades, all construction trades. But this is just a great place to be a part of this this mason trade. This is the best of the best. If you don't get excited about this, man, you're missing something in the construction world because this is what matters.
Now, Craig and I, we had a talk prior to me going up, and Craig is selling 2 tickets to watch the entire show from up here for $50,000 each. So $100,000 you can be in cash. You can watch the entire show.
Or chips.
We'll take chips?
We'll take chips
okay.
or cash.
I like it. We'll take chips. Now, as we look across the arena, I can see you guys have got some more machines. Just give me a little overview of what's going on here, of what you have.
So JLG is a very diverse company. Most people think about JLG as being boom lifts, scissor lifts, but we also have the SkyTrack telehandlers, which you'll see in different spots around the arena here. We have the JLG telehandlers. We also have a company that was acquired in 2025 called ALSA. So that's your concrete buckets, and you'll see a couple of the bucket machines over here.
Right.
The dumpers. That's a great addition to our product line. Again, purpose-driven vehicles for the trades.
And so no matter where you go in the arena, you can see something that is JLG related, and that's the beauty of everything. You guys have got us all cornered here.
I'll tell you what, Spec Mix, the folks of you with Spec Mix, thank you so much. Anything we ask for, they say, sure. It's like, if we can just keep bringing more machines in here and placing them all around the arena, sure. Okay, so we just keep bringing a few more in each year.
I'm just wondering, can we take a couple of those sky tracks and maybe play soccer? We can clear out the arena. We can have like maybe 10 of them in here.
I'll tell you what, I'm sure there's a few operators in here that would love to be in a competition right now. There's a lot of people in this arena that have spent some time behind the wheel of a telehandler.
We got to talk to FIFA about that. All right, we've got our cameraman that's up there on the Hydromobile. We're going to wrap things up right here. Craig, you're going to be around. You're going to be, I guess, at the JLG booth, and a lot of your cronies are going to be over there as well. They can talk about the JLG, the line, and anything, and the new stuff that's going on as well.
Yeah. We have some new stuff that's out in our Silver Lot booth, and then we also have a booth here at the Bricklayer. So please stop by. Just stop by and say hello.
Yeah. He's a nice guy, I'm telling you. You can get a picture taken with him. He'll give you his autograph, everything.
The face of JLG,
he is the face of JLG. All right, JLG, thank you so much. It is great to have you back in the family. We're going to take a look at this, and when we get back, we're going to visit with another great partner here at the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. Don't go anywhere.
From pour to form to connection, your work is more than just another structure. It's your stamp on tomorrow. With far more than trusted machinery, JLG is a partner in your success. giving you the solutions to overcome every challenge and leave your mark. You build the world. That's why our world is built around you.
Does that count? One. I can't. I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
Man.
I got
come
nothing.
on, Tom.
I know.
I think you
know.
did 5 last year.
I think I did 5, but you know what? Too much pitching. I think that's what it is. My shoulders are shot. This is Brian with Stabila, and we have the challenge going on. Let's talk about that first before we talk about your wonderful products.
Yeah, right on.
This is amazing. First of all, thanks. Welcome back.
Yeah, we're glad to be here.
Oh my God, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, it's great to see all the yellow out in the arena, isn't it?
Dude, you are here all the time. You are here at the regionals. You know, when we hold those, Stabila is such a great partner for the industry, for the Spec Mixed Bricklayer 500, for the Skills Challenge. I mean, you guys are very, very generous.
Very important for us to be in this situation with Spec Mix. You know, over the years, when we first started coming here 15, 17 years ago, I think it is, there wasn't many yellow levels out there in this arena. And today I think you could see that 95% of the levels out there are yellow.
I'll tell you what, I'll even go higher than that. I'll bet it's 99. Because there is nothing, in my opinion, that is not only tougher, but is more accurate. And that's what Stabila is all about.
Yeah, and we'll talk about durability of our levels, right? So there's not many levels that you can throw on the ground.
Why did you do that?
Because I can.
Like that?
Exactly.
I can do that. And then, so what we're looking at is that bubble is still going to be tight.
Correct.
You know, and that's really what we want right there. Nothing go. It's amazing that you guys can make something that is so durable like that.
Yeah, and the process that it goes through to be that durable is unbelievable. Like, hands-on, we grade all our vials before we put them into our levels. So it's truly inaccurate every time you pick up that level and have confidence doing it.
All right, let's put this slot back in here. Let's talk about the challenge that's going on here. You're actually going to be using those levels. I tried to do the dip. I couldn't do it. But explain what's going on. Folks can come into the booth, and you guys got some goodies for whoever the winner is.
Yeah, right. And this is an ongoing thing, and we've been doing it for a couple of years now. But, yeah, any of you guys that feel you got some muscle, we use our R-beam as our levels, and you basically just do your dips. And we have our marketing crew here is counting your dips, and at the end of the competition tomorrow, the winner gets a free set of masonry levels.
I like that. My dips are just basically pretzel cones in the ice cream store.
Dippin' Dots, we call those.
Let's talk about some of the really cool laser levels that we have right there, because I know you got something new that you want to talk about. And this is important, especially when these guys are out here that are trying to get those walls set up to get level, because it could be the difference between yes and no for a $100,000 first prize, and this could be the difference.
Right. And this laser here, and we're going to talk a little bit about our durability too. This is our LAR 300 laser. Distance is 2,600 feet, so it's a half mile, right? It's good for a big arena work like this.
Right.
But, you know, the durability that we have on that laser.
Stop dropping the lasers.
Well, you tell that to a contractor, he's going to laugh at you. They're animals. So, but what we're telling you right now is we're okay with that, taking that 6-foot drop right there, turn it on. It's gonna read the same as it did before we.
I've seen it in operation. Yep. I know that, but we have some other ones besides the 300 here. Let's talk about them as well. Can I get rid of this one?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There you go. So another. We listen to what guys want out in the field. So what we have done is we actually took a compact laser, line laser, short distance, and we actually put a pulse mode on it now. So we have a pulse mode on our laser now that we can bring it out into the field, and we can actually detect that line up to 330 feet away. So if you don't have a job site of 2,600 feet, but you want to have the ability to do short range layout, this is your laser. It's an LAX 500.
Now, is this something that maybe they could use in football for the goal line to see if the ball goes over? Because there's been a lot of controversy going on lately. I just want to know if we might see this at the Super Bowl.
I doubt that.
Okay, I'm just checking. I don't know. We can't reflate the footballs that Tom Brady deflated years ago. But I figure we might be able to help with the ball crossing the goal line.
Yeah, right on.
All right, and then what else have we got right here? We've got something else, correct?
So, this is just our receiver that goes with our LAR 300.
Okay.
Which some of the nice features that we do have with this receiver is it's a front read, rear read, and you also have the readout is in fractions of an inch. So it's not just telling you that you're off, it's telling you that you're a quarter inch off, half inch off.
I'm just holding it because I don't want you to drop it, because you just keep throwing lasers.
Yeah, we might not want to drop
that.
So
yeah, I don't think we want to do that there. All right, so we've got some goodies that you guys are going to be giving away as well. And why don't we go over that briefly? There's going to be goods for the kids, also for each of the masons and tenders. What exactly are they going to be getting from Stabila as they get into the arena?
So every participant in the arena is going to receive a 48-inch Stabila level just for participating. Juniors as well. Juniors get a 80 series 48-inch level. The main bricklayers down here will be getting our 196 48-inch level.
Awesome.
And the goods for us, I want to tell you one more thing, Tom. We have a booth inside.
Okay.
And when you come and visit our booth here, we give you a coupon to go into our booth inside in the central hall. Booth number C4355, you receive a 16-foot free tape measure.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Well, Brian, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Stabila, one of our, I'll tell you what, you guys are just an amazing sponsor, like I said, not only here, but also the region as well, the regionals. So thank you so much for doing as much as you do for the industry. We really appreciate it.
You bet, Tom. We'll
All
see you
right.
next year.
You got it, man. Come see Brian and the team and take the challenge. All you need to do is get one, which is one more than I did, because I'm not that good. We'll be back. If you're looking for the best tools, the toughest tools, then you got to talk to this guy right here and his crew, Chris Frew. And I'll tell you what, it's got to be exciting for you guys because Jackson, Razorback, I mean, you guys, it's 150 years, man. That's a long time.
We're really excited. So we have two big programs.
Right.
The first one you're talking about, Jackson Wheelbarrows, the
Right.
Blue Jackson. 150-year anniversary.
That's ridiculous.
And we're kicking off the celebration right here today with the big sweepstakes, and we're really excited about it.
I know what's going on. We're going to show a picture of that monster machine that we're going to do it. But let's talk about that. 150 years, all of our Mason and Tender teams out there, they got the Jackson wheelbarrow. It's a tough son of a gun, and we can see those right here. Some folks can come by. They can play a little cornhole, but they can just witness just how tough, just how good the quality of the product is.
Yeah, so in over 150 years, it's the pro's choice. And a couple of things. One, heavier gauge of steel, so thicker steel on that tray, thicker steel on the undercarriage, on the legs. And then innovation we came out with several years ago, all Jacksons have leg stabilizers. So you want that stability on the ground. We have leg stabilizers, widen the leg spread, So you have all that stability whenever you're dumping whatever you're dumping in there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they got a lot of stuff they're going to be dumping for the 500, so they're going to need a Jackson.
Yes.
Now, it's 150 years anniversary. You got a great giveaway. You got an ATV. Let's talk about that machine that you're going to be giving away.
So yeah, the Honda ATV that we have here, the sweepstakes, as I said, starts today, runs through May. Please stop by our booth with the Razorback Hog and the Jackson Dog, and you can enter, and you're ready to go. End of May, we'll pull the name, and we'll award the ATV.
So somebody that's walking around out here today could be riding on that thing come summer.
That's absolutely correct.
I love it, man. This is awesome. All right, we talked a little bit about Jackson. Let's talk Razorback, because we got a dog and a hog.
They're perfect partners, right? So the younger brother, Razorback, only 90 years old.
Oh,
so
just only.
90-year anniversary this year. Okay, not quite the 100, 90-year anniversary for Razorback. So again, great partners. The best shovel in the business when you're working with the wheelbarrow. And very similar story. Heavier gauge of steel, dual rivets on the socket, has the iconic red stripe right above the socket, and we're really excited about that as well.
Now, you guys, 150, 90 years, but there's got to be innovation. There's got to be things going on. I want to make my tools better. I want to make them stronger. I want to make them last. I want to make them last 150 years. You guys got some things that you're doing for the future that we might hear about?
Yes, we sure do. So we have additional tires, dual wheel tires that we're talking about. We always have both flat free and air tires. Most of the people here with concrete, they like the air tires. Okay. And then on the Razorback, we have edge shovel, so you can get into dirt easier. So yeah, we're working on innovation at all times.
And they can stop by the booth right here. You got a little survey, take a little survey. You got some goods for everybody, some swag that they can take home?
Absolutely. So the reason, the way we come up with this innovation, we want to talk right to the pros.
And find out what they want.
Find out what they want, what gaps they have that we can fill for them. So yeah, if they come by our tent, we want to ask them just a quick survey, take a couple minutes, and yeah, we got all kinds of swag to hand out as well.
Well, I think it's kind of obvious that you're listening to them, you're lasting for 150 years and 90 years, so whatever they're asking, you are executing that, which is why the products are great and why they last so long. So, Chris, thank you once again. Happy birthday, I guess I could say.
We really appreciate it.
You don't look a day over 137, trust me, right there. Come see the Gru, the Hog and the Dog, Razorback, and Jackson. Best stuff on the market. This is very cool. Oh, and you could win an ATV. Am I eligible? Can I get on there?
Sure are.
Oh, my phone is coming out of my pocket right now.
The road ends here. The road to Las Vegas, Kiara and I, while the ages
all your wages in Las Vegas. Okay, that's enough. People don't want to hear me sing. Kiara Daniel is here with Kubota.
Yes.
This is awesome. First of all, thank you for driving. You could have sang, too, to help me out. I need all the help I can get.
No, that's fine. I'll let you handle that part.
Okay, so we're sitting in here.
Yes.
This is an absolutely beautiful Kubota machine. We're
Yes.
going to talk to Eric about some other stuff.
Yep.
But I want to talk to you first because this feels so comfortable.
Yes.
What a machine. Give me a little, the 411 as they say on this machine.
Gotcha. So what we're sitting in is our X cab. We came out with this about 2 years ago. And this is one of our standard machines that come with a factory installed cab, which comes standard with our heat and AC. So for those customers that want to be warm or cold and very comfortable, it's very quiet in the inside of our cab, and you can have a radio and hear us very easily. But this gets work done. It comes in 3 colors: our standard Kubota orange, a desert sand color, and then also camo. So also with this machine, not only does it has the capacity to get work done, about 1,100 pounds that you can put in the bed, but we now offer our Pro Convert bed, which allows you to let down both sides and have it configured in a flat bed. So, so if you need to put those bricks on when you're done laying them, you can put them in the back of here.
I love it. This is great. Now, you mentioned all the features in here. So if I wanted to take the wife out for date night, if it's hot, I can turn on the AC. I got a little radio going on here, so we can have. And it is very comfortable when you're sitting in the seat. It feels like it's ergonomically just right.
You just took the words out of my mouth.
Did I? I'm so sorry.
So this is definitely one of our. I always say, like, if I was to be a Kubota piece of equipment, which one would I be? And of course, I would be an X cab because
there you go.
You know.
Is that like the X-Men, X-Cab? I don't know.
It could be whatever you want it to be. X cab, X crew.
I love this. Now, how fast can this thing go? If I got a big farm and I want to haul across the farm, I got some bricks or maybe some sheep. I want to take the sheep for a ride.
Okay.
How fast can I go?
So you can go up to 25 miles in this machine. So it has a Kubota diesel engine and also a Kubota VHT transmission. So Kubota through and through. Now, if you want to go a little faster, we do have a gas model Sidekick that you can check out, and you can go up to 45 miles per hour in that machine.
I like that. All right, Kiara, I'm going to leave you here. I know Eric is back there. He's got some more
Before
goodies.
You leave, I have to give you the keys because we're going to give away an X Crew tomorrow. So don't miss out on that. So somebody's going to ride home with one of these.
I didn't know I was allowed to have the keys.
All right, don't take it.
I'm not going to do that, but I'll tell you what. I'm going to put them in my pocket just in case, which is very cool. And of course, that Kubota is going to go to the top craftsman, the best and most sellable wall. So you got to be perfect in order to be driving the Kubota.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Go holla at
Thank
Eric.
you. I am. I'm going to come over here and see what's going on. Eric, how are you, man?
Doing good.
Eric Neinblom. Now, I'm standing on here, but that's not going to hurt any of these machines right here with Kubota. So this is the beautiful cab that we have right here. What else have we got back here from Kubota that we're going to talk about?
So we talked RTV,
Right.
utility vehicles. Let's go on to construction equipment.
Okay.
So on our construction equipment, what we brought out to the bronze lot today is it's the SCL 1000. This is our compact utility loader, and we brought our SVL 75-3. This is our compact track loader.
Okay. Let's talk about this one first because I know where I got to go to get onto this one here.
So you stand on the back of this thing.
Yeah.
This is 36 inches wide. It fits in the backyard. It's perfect for our landscapers. It's perfect for our concrete, perfect for our masonry contractors, great for this industry. 36 inches wide, turbocharged engine, a little over 23 horsepower, so it stays under that threshold of not having to have that diesel particulate filter and also not having to have the diesel exhaust fluid and staying at that Tier 4 final.
I think this is
Great
what
machine.
Anakin Skywalker actually trained on before he got into the regular pod that he was flying in.
Absolutely. With that claw grapple that's in front there, a 40-inch claw grapple, this is a great machine for this industry.
All right, let me go hop in over here. Let's see what else we got, and they can talk to everybody. Now I can just climb in right here, right?
Climb right in.
Okay.
You're not going to hurt this thing.
All right.
Okay, SVL 75-3. This is our newest model that we have, our -3 version. This is our 75 horsepower machine. This is a rated operated capacity of 2,490 pounds. It's a beast of a machine, right? So this is the middle of all 3 of the machines that we offer. We offer an SVL 65 that's one class below this, and we offer an SVL 97-3 that is one class above this and a little bit larger of a size.
Okay,
Great
I feel
machine.
like I'm in a TIE fighter from the Star Wars series, you know?
especially
I want to go,
especially if you close that front door too.
Can I? So how do I close this here?
There's some handles.
Okay,
right,
wait.
Right here in the very top.
Wait, on the top? Oh, I got it. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you're locked in. Now
I like
you're locked
this.
into
This is
this
cool.
machine. And also, this machine right here, the SVL 75-3, is the #1 selling compact track loader in the whole United States.
Well, I don't doubt it. It felt very comfortable in there, and I love that little front shield right there so Darth Vader doesn't take me out.
Absolutely.
Which is very cool. Well, come on over, see Kiara, come see Eric, and they'll be able to take care of you, and they'll talk shop all day,
Talk
right?
shop all day long, whatever you got. Come on in and we'll talk tractors.
Well, hey, you know what? Thank you, Kubota. What a great sponsor. Thank you so much. An absolutely beautiful product to be given away for the top craftsmen. But, well, of course, I'm going to take it for a spin and go get some lunch.
I heard you got the keys.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not going to tell anybody. Hey, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Kubota. Hey, where can we go? Kubota.com?
KubotaUSA.com.
KubotaUSA.com. Make sure you go there. Take a look at all their wonderful products, and you'll see me driving the cab. Maybe?
Yes,
No? I don't know.
You can drive it.
All right. We'll be right back after
Put in a
this.
good word for you.
That subdivision won't build itself. You need equipment that's built smart so you can work smarter. That's built to deliver more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. That's built around a durable Kubota engine you can depend on. With versatile skid steers and track loaders, powerful wheel loaders, and reliable compact excavators, the Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day. Visit us at booth number C6460. Kubota is a proud sponsor of the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. I can't. 1, 2, check. Okay. The interview, take a look at my feet. This is really cool. I'm wearing the very cool Blaklader shoes. These are the new ones here. We dropped a brick on these things yesterday.
I heard about that.
It didn't even, I couldn't even feel it.
That's amazing.
This is cool.
Did
This
its
is
job.
Tom Menke. He is with Blaklader. And you know what? You can see I'm in the gear. You're in the gear.
We're in the gear.
You guys are awesome. Since 1959, man. Let's talk a little bit about where you guys are from.
Sweden,
right?
Yes, we just had a couple of Swedes here from our headquarters came over because this is a cool event, big deal for us. and
Right.
Appreciate you guys having us out here every year.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is what the masons and tenders count on because these are the toughest pants.
They are.
On the market. They really are. But it's not just pants. There's a lot of things going on. But really, let's focus on because the shoes are the big deal this year.
They are.
These are new. There's safety. There's a lot of features about them. Let's talk about them.
Absolutely. Oil and slip resistant, puncture resistant, super comfortable, straight out of the box. That's the big thing. We've got this really awesome free lock system on there so you don't have to tie your shoes anymore.
I love it. This is cool.
Yep.
You pull it out and
Quick
boom,
in and
you're
out.
done. And
Tighten it down.
You just tighten it down and you're good.
Yep.
Hey, and while we're doing this, somebody get me a brick. or a block. Get me a brick or a block because I want to show you live. Drop it. I want to drop it right on my foot. Somebody grab one because this is really cool.
That's awesome.
So let's talk more about the safety features. Waterproof as well, right?
Waterproof as well. Yep.
And waterproof membrane too.
Waterproof membrane, yeah. So you're going to stay dry on a job site. They're comfortable all day long. 10,000 steps or more is what we do on a typical work day. You want to go home and have your back feel good, and it's not just your feet that are going to feel better. Your entire body is going to feel better, including if something happens, we hate to see it, and something falls on it, you're protected.
Well, I've been wearing these since 8 o'clock this morning, and I've done a lot of walking. I am so far past 15,000 steps right now.
Yes.
And it not a bit. There's nothing going on there
and
as
you'll
well.
feel great when you get home tonight, too.
So
That's the best.
I'm going to go sideways here, all right, with this. You can catch it, and I'll do it again. And I'll do it one more time if you think that I'm kidding. Right on the tip, nothing. I couldn't even feel, there's not even a vibration going through there. These things are so tough.
Absolutely. Broke the block, didn't break your foot.
That's because I am tough guy. I love it.
Yes.
Hey, but you've got lots of other styles here as well for everybody.
We've got a low top vented shoe version. We also have a low top without the vent on it. Winter versions, 6-inch, 8-inch. Something for everybody.
Okay, let's talk about some of the goods that you have right here, because you got for men and you've got for women, but there's a lot of different styles and things that you can wear.
Absolutely. We got the waterproof over here on this side, waterproof pants with knee pad pockets and still functionality.
Safety yellow.
Safety yellow.
Yep.
You're going to be safe on a job site. Same with the jackets, waterproof. Yeah.
All good stuff. What
All
else?
good.
This is that now I love the texture of this. Different than what I'm wearing. Mine looks more like a dress pant, but it's still tough. But this is
ripstop material.
Yep.
This is what all of the competitors at the Bricklayer are wearing. Cordura in all the major wear areas. It's 10 times more abrasion resistant than denim Cordura is, so it's really good to have in those spots where you are using your tools all day long.
And many times we've tried to rip these things in half with the biggest guys on the planet, but you just can't rip a Blaklader.
Exactly. Seams are guaranteed for the life of the garment. We pride ourselves on that as well. So
unbelievable. What else have we got here?
We got more safety stuff over here. The surveyor's vest. People love this. These pockets, kind of unique. Unsnap, so when you bend over, you're not losing your tools and other items you might have, cell phone.
All right, what do we got in the truck? Let's get the guy in the truck here and let's see what we got. Roll in here, see what you can get inside the truck. Go ahead. Talk about what you got in there. All different kinds of sizes, right?
All different sizes, a lot of accessories. We got some belts, we have
pants,
knee pads, hats. Yeah. Just a little bit.
This is like a little showroom that you have in there.
It is, 100%.
Which is actually pretty cool. And one more thing I want to talk about, these knee pads, which is pretty neat. Now, you guys do something different. It's not from the top, it's from underneath. And explain why it's set up that way.
It is set up that way because it's likely to fail if it comes from the top. You get debris and all sorts of things in there. So we come from the bottom. You can slide them in while you're wearing the pant. Protection there all day and you don't notice it. If you've ever worn knee pads and felt the pinching and pulling on the back of the leg, you don't get any of that with our stuff.
Okay, can I drop the block on there again?
You've been trying to do that for 2 years now. Absolutely, let's do it.
All right.
I'm willing.
Here we go. I have been trying to do this, but I'm going for the block on the toe. There we go.
All right. Nothing.
Done. Not a big deal. Tom, thank you so much.
Likewise,
Come
Tom.
see Tom and the crew over here at the Blaklader van. They'll hook you up with some good stuff. It's like a show floor in there. It's so cool.
It's awesome. I love it.
Blaklader is the best. Or in the words of the Swedish chef, I think that's what he says, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's watch this then.
Are you looking for workwear that's tough, functional, and comfortable? Well, it's here. Introducing Blaklader Workwear. We've been designing and manufacturing workwear built for the trades since 1959. We believe workwear should be more than just ordinary pants and jackets. Workwear should be a tool. Our gear helps you stay protected, look professional, and get more done. It's time to join the revolution. Welcome to the future of workwear.
It's not just a truck. It's not just a space cap. We're not just giving away a Kubota. You guys, Multiquip, we have got such a cool mixer going to our big winner. This is Richard Boucher. He is with Multiquip. And you guys are giving away a huge mixer for our big winner, man. How you doing, first of all?
I'm doing great. How have you been, Tom?
This is just great. It's great to have you guys back as always. We love all your products. They're just so tough. I remember when we first started, Raleigh Cox would throw a 2x4 into these mixers and start it. It wouldn't phase it.
No.
Why are the mixers so tough?
Well, we built them in a way, we got the feedback from the customers.
Right.
We started with that. What is it you like with the mixers? What is it? And then we actually looked at how you're using the mixers. And we started getting, all right, we send them out there. And yes, sometimes they broke.
Yeah.
But that's how you find out. We take it back to the drawing board and we come out with a new design. And we're pretty good. You're never 100% there, but we're pretty close.
I'll tell you what, I've never heard, and I talk to the masons and tenders all the time because they have these machines on the job sites. And honestly, I'm not just saying this because I'm sitting here with you talking. I haven't heard anybody yet say anything they've ever had an issue with any of your mixers. They're really tough.
Well, I've had a lot of guys tell me that when they try to shove them off the back of a truck for insurance purposes, the insurance company won't give them the money afterward because it still works.
So when folks come by the tent here, what kind of animals have you got behind you that you can showcase and talk to them about? So they have a little bit of everything, right?
Well, we run all the sizes from about 7 cubic foot to 20 on the mortar mixers.
Okay.
And we've been putting each one of them through. We're taking each one at a time, and we're updating them. We're redesigning them a little bit, and we're getting them based on the user feedback.
Right.
What it is the actual customers want.
Okay. We have talked about the mixers, and I want to step back here and just take a look at this right here. This is kind of interesting, the way that this comes over the top here, sort of protecting a great safety feature. And you can't really get your arm in there or anything. We don't have to worry about it because safety is always important when you're working with these mixers. Talk about why this is set up the way it is.
Well, we set it up with, it's a 4x4 mesh. And that's basically what OSHA is going to require. But we also look at it as there's always a balance between, we want it to be as safe as possible,
right,
where you can still get the material to pass through it. Because right now, if you run tests on this, like in a factory, it's real easy. Oh, we put sand on it, whatever, it goes through. But in the field, when you've got cement and this gets wet, we start getting buildup on it. And we don't want to make it so small that it tempts you, the user, to take this off.
Gotcha. So it's a great balance between the two.
Yes, we want to keep it, you stay conscious of the safety. It's just like with the peaking in it, is to keep the distance between your hands and the paddle.
Right.
And then we have these support bars in here so that this won't flex down. It's going to, you drop a bag, if you're dropping a bag, you're not working with a silo, but if you're dropping a bag on it, this is not going to depress over time, which is again going to tempt you to remove it because it's inefficient.
Talk about some of the other great features of the mixers.
Well, I mean, one of the things on the ESIC line, it's a never grease system. It uses graphite seals.
Never.
Never. You
Okay.
never grease it. And what the idea is the graphite seals, the graphite over time gives itself up. So as much as we all like to think, hey, we're going to take care of it, we're going to grease it, but the reality is people don't always in the field. Something's happened, people forget.
Gotcha.
And the mortar gets inside the shaft and hardens, and then it acts as an abrasive. By having this type of system, since you never grease it, the graphite, does it give itself up? Eventually. But it's usually it takes about 20 years with good care.
I think about that time you're ready to get another mixer, maybe.
Yeah, well,
maybe. You may not need it because these things just last forever.
Well, we like to pride ourselves on the fact that you can roll them over and they still run.
Richard, thank you so much. Come see Richard and the crew here at Multiquip. They'll take good care of you. You can show them which mixer is going to be going to our big champion. Which one? What's the model? What model is going to be going to our world champion?
A Pro 12.
All right.
It's the same as this one, but it is 12 cubic foot. This is 20.
That's 20, so they got a 12 cubic foot. That'll get a lot of work done.
Well, that fits more in the range of what most people use.
Gotcha.
This is just the big boy.
Awesome.
And
Thank you.
Matter of fact, we have 4 of these mixing for all of this madness going on here.
Oh, without you guys, we can't do this. They're dumping the Spec mix in there, and the mudslingers are pulling out that mud by the ton.
Well, we're able. I mean, you look at the sheer size of this event.
Yeah.
and the fact that we're able to do it with 4 mixers like this.
Oh, we went to the best.
Yeah.
Multiquip. How was that? Is that a commercial?
Your residuals will be coming in the mail.
I like that. Come see Richard and his crew here at Multiquip, and they'll give you everything you need to know about mixers, and I promise you, you're going to write a check and take one home, right?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. I like it. Thank you, Richard. Take a look. See what I mean. What'd you say? What? I got to take these off for. I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing, Kev?
Doing great.
Good to see you. Well, I forgot I had my hearing protection on right there. This is Kevin Judd. He is with IQ Power Tools. Yeah, we said that together. Let's try that again. IQ Power Tools. I love it. This is awesome. You guys have such a great array of machines right here, but we want to talk about something that's really cool, something new. I believe it's the 1550. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct, Tom.
Let's talk about it.
All right. Unique thing about this is it's kind of replacing the old 20-inch block saw.
Right.
That, you had to have a loader or something big to move around the job site. This is a portable unit. It cuts dry like all our saws. Integrated vacuum system, filter system, dust containment down in the bottom, and you can roll it around the job site, So,
I like it.
Very portable. One saw does it all. No wet, no slurry. So we're kind of excited about this. It's a 21.5-inch blade, so it will cut an 8-inch block with the head all the way down. Or the way the vacuum is designed on this, it pulls through the table, the dust down, as well as through the back. So you can chop with it without a problem.
Okay, and you're going to let me do this now.
I want you to do one,
We're going to
Tom.
turn this on, and I'm going to drop that block in there. I'm going to go about halfway, and I'll pull it back out. But I got to put my hearing protection on.
All right.
So we're good to go. All right, so I'm going to start it, and I'm going to go halfway through. Here we go. Now, this is all dry, so everything's going to get sucked up down in there, right? They were all worried in our production meeting. They were like, "Is Tom going to cut off his hand?" And I'm like, "No, man, because I got Kevin here to take good care of it." Now that was really smooth, no dust anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the technology that you guys come up with, because we know that breathing those silicates and things like that, not good for you, which is why you design the machines like that.
Absolutely. The founder was very adamant about that, the silicosis and everything so protect your guys. No matter what you're doing, no dust.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of the other machines that you have right here. We'll hang right here. Let's just start from my right. We'll work ourselves across. Talk about what we have right here, because this looks like something I've seen on a science fiction show.
Yeah. Well, this is our HEPA vacuum. It's our 426, about 190 CFM. Great little sander for up to an 8-inch grinder, grinding concrete, grinding wood floors, drywall. Captures the dust. The unique thing is our cyclone technology, so that it doesn't even go over the filter most of the time, so it doesn't plug up like your regular.
So you're just going to hook that up to the machine you're working, and everything comes in here like so.
Absolutely, Tom, and it actually has a plug your tool in right there.
So you're right there.
Hit your trigger on your tool, it activates the vacuum, stops it 6 seconds after you let off, so it picks up all the rest of the dust.
I love it. All right, what do we got next?
The little 360 XT has been the little workhorse forever. That's our oldest tool. Brick, veneers, stone, great stuff up to like 4 3/4.
Okay.
Great little brick saw, very portable, in or out of that cart. And then last but not least, over in the corner is our IQ MS 362, 16.5 inch. And this is actually a new feature, Tom. You see the large 37-inch table that's underneath? That's new for the hardscape world for the longer pavers. Lets you cut up to a 36-inch length.
Okay, so we can adjust that and pull that down. Let's do that then. Let's see if we can do that. So I'm going to be able to pull this all the way down. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, how do we adjust this here?
So this is a standard table that comes on the machine.
All right, so this is the longer one here then.
Feature that we've added. Yeah.
All right.
So this gives you this extra cutting ability.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a brand new. They just cut the louvers here, but yeah. So I just left this up here to show you the comparison of size of the two.
Well, I'll tell you what, people need stuff like this because it is definitely. I mean, let's just face it. We got bigger pieces of material that we're going to be working with.
That's right, Tom. You're right.
All right, cool. Well, it's great to have you guys back on board here.
Yeah, it's great.
At IQ, we love you guys. We love all this stuff here. Now, you're going to be doing demos of this.
Absolutely.
All day.
All today, tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on by.
Kevin, thank you so much.
Thank
Kevin
you, Tom.
Jed with
Always
IQ
good.
Power Tools. This is some good stuff right here. And I'm telling you, that was really smooth, really easy, no issues whatsoever.
Right.
And that's
I knew
what I
you
like.
could do it, Tom.
I knew I could. They did. None of them thought it. They were like, I think they got an ambulance over there standing. I was like, come on, I'm with Kevin and IQ, man. This is awesome. All right, take a look at this. We'll be right back and talk to another great sponsor.
The road ends here. If there was ever an OG, it's this girl right here. That'd be Kim Haley from Marshalltown. And Kim, I just, it's kind of funny, and it may be old hat, but you guys are the OG here for the Spec Mixed Brick Layer 500, and you've immersed yourself in the regionals, and it's just amazing how much you've done. So first of all, I want to say thank you for being just an amazing sponsor.
Oh, absolutely. I can't imagine not being part of this great event. Regional series this year?
We did. It was great. I think I saw you more than I saw my kids, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And you were everywhere.
Yep. There were some great masonry education days that they had, and showing the kids our tools and talking about the trade, not only hands-on, but also the other opportunities that they have out there in the field. It really
is, and I like that because your table was filled. all the time. Kids were very engaged.
Yes.
And you were talking about all the options that you have right here. And let's talk about that because you have a lot of different tools that you have to offer.
So what we brought was an array of the brick trowels because there's many different handles, styles, and sizes, and we wanted to get out there a little bit of everything that we have as far as what those options are.
Okay.
You don't go to a store and see a plastic handle trowel maybe, or the Duracork.
Okay, this is kind of neat right here. This looks like very artsy, in a way. I kind of like that.
It's a matter of comfort. For that handle, I mean, that's easy cleanup.
Okay.
Maybe an instructor, you might have that in the classroom with students.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
The leather's going to conform to your grip, so that's more of a personal trowel.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got our new low rise.
Now, what's the difference in that low rise for something like that? Just a little bit shorter distance?
So it's a lower pitch.
Okay.
And again, it's just a matter of preference and what your comfort is.
So you probably hear from masons, hey, can I get a trowel like this? Can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah.
And you guys make the tool.
We have a line of tools. We take their requests and we kind of look that over and see if there's a need for that. So,
That's awesome.
And we definitely saw a need for the low pitch. So.
Gotcha. But that's not all. You got lots of other stuff as well. Let's
Yep,
go over
yep.
some of the stuff else you got here on the table.
So we've got the margin and pointing trowels, and this is like one of the back pocket tools they say for a mason.
Gotcha.
And so you'll see that in every toolkit. A variety of joiners because you never know when you're doing restoration work what that joint's going to be, and so you have the different sizes and styles.
Right.
And so we've got something for every joint.
And you're actually going to see this out there. They're going to be carrying, this is their carrier for the brick,
Yep,
right?
yep.
They're going to get that and load that.
Yep,
You're going to see a
yep,
lot of that stuff
yep.
out there. Now, you've also got bags of goodies for everybody. You're going to be handing them out.
Yes.
I believe some of the skills competitors also as well.
Every competitor at every competition is going to go home with something Marshalltown.
So what's going to be in that cool Marshalltown bag? First of all, the bag is neat. It's great to have all your tools.
They're going to get a brick
that.
trowel, of course.
Okay, of course, you got to. So that's awesome. But you got a lot of great stuff
Yes,
here for
yes.
that. Now, not just what you have to offer. There's also you call it Tools for School.
Right.
Right. Talk about that program.
So Tools for Schools, if you haven't heard of it, there are a lot of new instructors and students out there, so it's always good to cover that. We work directly with training programs to get tools in their classroom at budget-friendly pricing.
Okay.
And so we know they're working with limited funds, and we do what we can to help them get what they need. Quality tools, nice variety.
And also, not just these tools. I'm looking at some tools back here as well. What have we got on this back panel right here?
We do have the Vaughn hammer and Dasco chisels.
Okay.
That's kind of newer to our line. We've had it for a little over a year.
Right.
Good quality product, American made.
That's
So-
good. That's something I
Just
like.
like our brick
I want to
trowels.
walk over here because this is kind of fun. You got a game going on
We
here.
do
Folks
have
can
a
win some
game.
prizes.
The
All
golf
right.
ball challenge.
Tell me what we got. Come on in here. Come on here. Let's have a little battle. Let's have a little battle.
Oh,
So
no,
what are we going to see?
We've got a gentleman right here volunteering to come up and
Bring it
give
in.
this a shot.
Bring it in.
So what
Okay.
he's going to do is he is going to
Here,
scoop
come on over
up.
here. Come on over here. We want to see you on camera like this right here. Okay.
He's going to scoop up the golf ball with the trowel.
Right.
And then he's going to carry it and drop it in that bucket.
Okay. Do the golf balls stay there, or do they go on top of the gator back? He's got to get it there. Okay. You can't touch the golf balls.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Okay. All right. We'll go. Give
Let
it a
him have
shot. Let's see him do that. Now, am I allowed to tickle him while he's doing this, or get in his way
I mean,
in any way, shape,
he's
or form?
pretty new at this. So
Oh, he's new.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to see how he does
He's
it.
not seasoned.
Oh, that doesn't
Oh,
look
well,
good.
now.
Can he get it? Come on, can you go around me? Don't. Don't. Oh, he'll go through me. Okay, I think I'm going to let him go. I think I'm going to let him
just
go.
like
that
that.
wasn't bad. Not that. Now,
Okay.
But you've got one for the kids
We do
here
have
too.
one for the kids.
That would be
Yes.
mine. So
Yes,
I'll do the
yes.
kid one
All
here.
right.
So what do we got? What have I got to do here?
You just go ahead and pick that ball up and put it right in the spot in the middle. Not with your hand.
Oh, I got to do this. All right.
Pick
So
up the trowel.
I'll do this.
You can put the ball on there with your hand.
No, I want to.
Okay.
I want to try it. See if I get.
See, there you go.
Fine. Okay.
Just like that. Just like that.
Okay, but they can come here all day, and you got some
Yes,
prizes
we've got
for
some
them
prizes
as
for
well.
them. Yep.
Okay, now I need to ask you this, and this is kind of like I saved this for last. I heard a rumor that the world's largest round-handled brick trowel is somewhere near Marshalltown. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Now, before we actually see it, can you give me some specs on this thing?
So this thing is 32 feet tall and 1,800 pounds.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't
That will
that
hold
amazing?
a lot of mud.
Completely fabricated and made by Marshalltown employees.
That is absolutely
Isn't that awesome?
incredible.
It is something to see.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Definitely something
please come see Marshalltown and Kim Haley and her crew right here. Play a game, win a prize, learn about all the various tools. Kim, I want to shake your hand and say thank you once again for everything that you do, not just here, but at the regionals. And then I want everybody to turn their attention to the Jumbotron to see the world's largest round-handled brick trowel.
Welcome to Marshalltown, USA. Marshalltown, Iowa is the home of the tallest round-handled brick trowel in the world, standing 32 feet tall and 1,800 pounds. This sculpture celebrates those who have built the Marshalltown legacy and those who will carry it forward for another 135 years. It wasn't easy. It took months of work and dedication, but it's a proud symbol of Marshalltown's craftsmanship, innovation, and enduring commitment to quality.
So the scene you see behind me right now, we have all the skills competitors that are talking with some of the judges and the folks with the MCAA, the Mason Contractors Association of America. This is Robert Melgard. And Robert, this is amazing what you guys have put together here. This competition keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. I mean, talk about it. How did it explode so much?
I think it's just, our initiative, outreach and education is kind of new to MCAA. We've only been doing it a little over a year full time. We've done it over the years from time to time, but with a dedicated team, and we're starting to see the results. I think every year it's gotten a little bit bigger. This year we're over 60 competitors. Last year we were like 48.
Right.
So we hope to continue to grow out and maybe need more space in this parking lot to keep growing in the future.
I don't mind that at all. And we talk about it all the time. We talk about keeping masonry strong, workforce development, growing the trade, and you can see it with the kids here and doing that. What are some of the feedback that you get from parents and instructors with what's going on here and what you're bringing to the forefront of the industry?
Yeah, it's easy to sell to the parents and the kids, really, when they see competition like this and even smaller competitions around the country. It makes the kids excited. motivated. So when you're talking about opportunities in the industry, it's easy to get them to look at something like a competition, but then to see the career they could have in the masonry industry. That's what is key.
Now, I know you guys are building some new regional hubs as well. Now, how is that going to have an impact in getting kids involved?
We're just going to be able to spread out and have a wider reach with these regional hubs so that if they want to find a training center or an opportunity, we'll be closer to the action there. So while we're big in the Southeast right now, we want to be national and continue to grow that way.
And I know there's a lot of AI that we're talking about. You guys have partnered up with some folks. You went to the White House. Yeah. We're talking about AI. Talk about that, because AI is the future. Let's just face it. In some way, shape, or form, it's going to be connected to the industry. Even though you need hands-on, you got to build the buildings, but AI comes into play.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the technology from the masonry industry. So when you're looking at other trades, you wouldn't think brick and Blaklader would have the technology integrated into training. But as you can see behind us, they're doing a demonstration right now with some scanner technology we're putting into the classrooms. And we're using AI to be more efficient in the classroom so the instructors can spend more time instructing and less time evaluating. And that tool will be a crucial piece of that. So the kids love it. They love the VR headsets, the AI technology to do the evaluation. The instructors love it because it makes their job a little bit easier.
And I think what happens is the kids, it's that generation. It's what they do. I mean, they're on the phones, they're on the tablets, they're learning from stuff like that. And a lot of that AI, I think, is coming natural to them because I think it's just part of the process, the learning process. And I think something like this will just keep the kids even more engaged.
Yeah, it kind of draws them in a little bit. They're walking by, we're at a career expo or something, they see the headset or the scanner. Instead of just continue to walk by there and say, hey, what is that?
Right.
So we may let them try it virtually, laying some brick, and then the next step is getting a trowel in their hand, spreading some mortar, laying a few brick there.
What's going on? What's new with the Mason Contractors Association of America?
The biggest new piece is this scanner technology we're talking about, the integration of AI and stuff. But other than that, you know, raising awareness for our initiative and outreach and education is crucial. So we're trying to really attract more instructors into the classroom. That's going to be key to growing the trade.
Right.
We have plenty of interest from kids. We need more instructors. So if you can help us continue to raise awareness, you know somebody who knows somebody who may be a good fit for a teacher or an instructor position, that's what we'll have. We'll have school districts and programs that want to start masonry programs if they only had a teacher. So that's our big goal right now, is to really train new teachers, bring new teachers into the classroom.
And of course the MCAA, you guys sponsored the fastest trowel on the block. That is the beast. And the blocks, building those walls, 20 minutes. That's an amazing competition you guys have.
It is. That's like the most fun one to watch. It's quick. It's 20 minutes. Those guys are hustling. I can't imagine laying that many block in 20 minutes. We were out here setting all this up, and it took a lot more than 20 minutes to lay and put down what we put down. But to see what they do is so impressive.
It's a couple tons of brick block that they've got to be lifting, right?
It is, yeah.
And they're putting 130 block, I would say. That was the winner last year. That's in 20 minutes.
In 20 minutes, and it's sellable walls also. We're checking those for level, plumb, and everything.
You have to. We're going to flip the coin to see what side they're going to be tooling to make it look clean. But the walls, they do look amazing.
Those guys are amazing.
All right. Well, Robert, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. We need some instructors out there. The Mason Contractors Association of America, these guys are doing so much for the future of the industry. Great to have you here once again. We really do appreciate it. It's important that you watch the skills tomorrow morning. This is going to be absolutely awesome. They start at 8 o'clock. They go for 3 hours, right, building their projects?
Yeah, 3 hours. Come out and cheer on these guys. This is the future of our industry and our trade. They love to hear you yell and scream for them, and I think you'll be very impressed with what you see back here.
Yeah, and if you want to know more about the MCAA, watch this.
This is masonry under pressure, on the job site, on the clock, in competition, tested, measured, proven, impact, heat, force, still standing. This is tradition with teeth, crafted and earned the hard way, built by professionals, backed by performance. Masonry doesn't guess, it performs. Masonry, strong.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We got time for just a couple more guests before we go to your local news, sports, and weather. I do want to thank Morgan Freeman for stopping by a little bit earlier tonight, and thank God that Tom Cruise canceled because I don't think I could have put up with him another 5 minutes. So let's talk about things that really matter, and that's the checkoff program. Everybody, please welcome Kim Spahn. Kim, come on in. Hey, Kim. How are you? So great to have you. Hey, grab a seat. Good to see you again. How's everything going?
It's going good.
That's awesome. You know what? If I were doing any better, I think they might want to take a blood sample and see where I've been.
You're doing just great then.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, let's talk about the great checkoff program that's going on right now, because I was talking to Bob Thomas about that, and you know what? All they did was sing high praises about how much that is doing for everybody, and it's so important. Let's talk checkoff.
Right, yeah, thanks. So the checkoff is an industry-led, industry-funded organization, and we're really here to drive market share for Block. We're here to do promotions, education, and research, and we have some great partners in Bob and with the MCAA as well, and so we're doing a lot of great things for the industry.
Talk about what it actually is and how it helps, because they were talking about you guys are raising millions of dollars to make a difference. Explain how that all works so folks know.
Yeah, so we fund programs, and we have contractors and then go out and implement those programs. And one of the things we are doing is a beauty.
Kim Spahn, everybody. Kim, hey.
Hey,
so good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
That's awesome. I'm doing great. Have a seat. Come on in. Hey, we got a little. Oh, is he going to hold the mic? Okay, we got the guy off to the side there. Oh, that's great. Did you get a chance to see Morgan Freeman?
I did. Yeah.
Did you?
He's looking good.
Nice guy. You know. I don't like his voice though.
Oh,
so
well, yours
yeah.
is much better.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's why I like Kim. So Kim, you're here. We're talking about a lot of things. Beauty of Block, first of all, but I want to talk about that checkoff program that's so important. And you know a lot about that. Explain what's going on and how you're able to raise all that money to do so much for the industry.
Yeah, so this is actually an industry-led, industry-funded, but it is a federal mandate that all the block producers in the U.S. pay into the checkoff, and then we are able to do research, education, and promotions for the industry nationwide. And so we've just been taking those dollars and implementing them into those kind of programs that can really drive demand for block.
But you know what, when you say, you're taking the money, it's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
It
feels like a lot. So you get going.
Yeah. And then, but you're doing such good things with all those funds. And what has been the response so far?
Yeah, I think we've had a great response from everything from what MCAA is doing with us. You'll see tomorrow with the junior Blaklader program to what CMHA is doing for us in codes and standards. We have a new Beauty of Block campaign. It's the first national marketing campaign for the industry. And it's really setting new standards and driving people to start seeing block in new ways they never have.
Yeah, you're celebrating actually the versatility of block, and we've seen some of those pictures of some things, and it's absolutely beautiful. How's been the response for something like that?
Yeah.
Because I'm just amazed at what you can do with block.
Yeah. So a lot of people see the beauty of block and they think aesthetics, but really it's more than that. It's really about all the attributes that block bring to the built environment. It's about not having to rebuild after a natural disaster, or being locally funded and beautifully built by masons. It's about low carbon throughout its whole life. And all of those things are the beauty of Block.
Okay, and we have a couple of special guests that we want to bring in, right?
Yes.
You brought some folks with you.
I
You
did.
know, we always have special guests, and I love that. Tino, I'm going to get this wrong, Tino. Tino, come on in here. And Danielle Mokas, I could use a mocha right now. Come on in and sit down. Come on in and sit down. We're going to pass the microphone along. So we've got Tino. Tell me how to pronounce your last name.
Kalile.
That's exactly what I said. I just want to make sure. So let's talk about that because we have the Block Design Collective, right? Explain a little bit. Tino, I'm going to go to you first, and then Danielle, talk to you. Give me a little overview about this.
Yeah, so second to marketing being the first biggest program that the checkoff funds. Second is the Block Design Collective. And this is really free project support intended for architects, engineers, contractors, to really make it easier to design masonry, utilize masonry, specify masonry, and you called it versatile. So
Right.
while we typically use it for structural purposes, there's all these other benefits, and we want the architect, the engineer, and the contractor to know that and utilize it for that reason. So we're really just out here to shed more light to the industry and get them to use it and really appreciate and value and all of its value.
Danielle, you want to add to that?
Sure. Just want to add on, like, we are here for free support for, project assistance. As you guys have projects where you need help or, you want some extra assistance on it, that's what we're here for. We're free, we're available, we're ready to help.
I like the fact that you're free. They could just call on you and yeah, I'll pick up the phone. You need some help with something, you'll do it. What does the future hold when you talk about that? Where is the industry headed? What do you think?
Well, we're hoping the industry is headed towards using more masonry in projects across the country. That's what we're here for. We're trying to drive that market share, get more people to understand how to use masonry, use it correctly, and where they can use it. So that's what we're doing.
And I think that if they go to the website and they see this commercial that we're about to run, they're going to realize the beauty of Block and exactly what you guys can do, right?
Exactly.
All right, well, awesome. Thank you so much for showing up here tonight. I want to thank Morgan Freeman, and don't forget, on Monday, that's right, from the Fantastic Four, The Thing is going to join us. If you think Block is cool, wait till you see Rock, not The Rock, but The Thing from the Fantastic Four. Boy, I'm going to get sued for this, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to watch this right here, the beauty of Block, and you'll see what I mean. This is some good-looking stuff. Thank you so much for being here. Good night, everybody. News and weather up next.
Introducing the Block Design Collective. Hands-on support for concrete masonry design. The BDC delivers fast, reliable design support for architects, engineers, and contractors. Whether you're exploring CMU for the first time or refining complex project details, we help unlock its full potential. When code requirements or spec questions arise, we provide clear answers to keep your project moving.
We'll give you access to our robust network of design experts. These experts help us to ensure that you are adhering to the most recent building code updates and your specifications are written correctly. The end result is efficient design.
Our online resources put trusted masonry design tools at your fingertips anytime you need them. And when you need more than our tools, our team is here to help. Our extensive team of technical directors, practicing designers, and industry professionals are at the ready to walk you through questions around wall design, detailing, code compliance, best practices, or performance strategies.
We can take a look at your drawings and details to ensure that you're using concrete masonry efficiently and to its greatest potential.
You'll get the most value by engaging us early on. CMU may or may not be right for your project. Get us involved, and with no obligations, we can show you how a CMU wall system stacks up through preliminary designs and cost estimates. Our team of regional technical directors are here to help, addressing the design and climate challenges unique to your area, from local codes to performance in the field.
We can ensure your local market of CMU applies with the project's acoustic and fire rating requirements, ensuring a smooth bidding and construction administration process.
We provide practical, hands-on learning, on demand, online, or in person, so your team is always equipped with the most up-to-date information on concrete masonry design and innovation. And all of this comes at no cost, with no strings attached.
If you're wondering how I get up here, well, I'm very mobile. You like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Hydromobile, as a matter of fact. And I'll tell you what, no matter what side of the arena you look on, over there, or right here, you're going to see Hydromobile. And these guys are just absolutely amazing what they do with everything. If you want to get up somewhere, you want to do something, I mean, you guys are it. And you've been with us for so long, Rob Farrow and Mr. Dequois. God, I can't believe it. Almost. Vincent Dequois. I'm going to get that right eventually.
Yeah.
First of all, welcome back, you guys. I really appreciate it so
Thank you.
much. And Vincent, I'm going to talk to you first. Let's just talk about a general overview with Hydromobile, and let's just talk about, just some basic things, what's going on safety-wise, technology-wise, and then we're going to dig into something new that we want to talk about.
First, we need to understand that Hydromobile, we've been building product for the last 40 years, mainly to bring productivity at the mason and also bring safer situation for the mason when they lay block and brick.
Well, you have to have that because you see some of the structures that you're up there. You're up 40, 50, 60 stories when you're doing something like this. So safety has to be priority number one.
Safety number one, and after that, productivity and work and ergonomy to help the mason to lay block and brick in the best situation as possible.
So for 40 years you've been doing this. How is that, the industry obviously comes to you and say, hey, can you do this? What can we do? Can you make something like this, make it better for me? How is that talk back and forth, the feedback?
In fact, it started, the Hydromobile is like a crank up in 3D. It went from the scaffolding, typical scaffolding, to the crank up, and we arrived in the mid-90s in the US, pushing this new way to lay brick and block.
And you know what? We always have our beautiful truck up there that goes to the winning mason and tender, and it's always up there on the Hydromobile scaffolding. It looks beautiful, and it's just, this is as safe and as sturdy and as comfortable, honestly, as it can get.
Yes, and right now this year we're launching the new M3 product and evolution to help also the mason and in the operation. Is the ease of operation that we are focusing this year, and also building a better mousetrap. We've been building the M2 for the last 2 decades,
right?
And we learned a lot about the pain of the users, the pain of the dealers, and we try to fix these pain and make a better mousetrap.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's talk to Rob Farrow. Rob, we're going to grab the microphone there. We're going to pull that over there, the miracle of television. Rob, let's talk about that new M3, because I think that's a really important product that we need to let everybody know what's going on.
Like Vincent said, first and foremost, it just increases the safety. It's fully automatic operation now. It's a one button up and down. And
so that's it, just a button.
It is a single button. It's going to absolutely change this industry and simplify the operation and overall increase safety for all workers and users.
And when we talk about that with the one button, we don't have to worry about things being level and coming up and down. It's leveled like that. So when you push the button, it's here. It's just going straight up.
We have simple mechanical automated leveling system in this. It's one of a kind. And you guys want to take a look, it's inside in booth 10347.
Also, but that's not it, besides the M3. We've also, I see the mule that's up there as well. You want to talk a little bit about the mule as well?
Yeah, our R&D and engineering has been very, very busy this year. We brought 4 new items to market. We brought the M3, as we talked about. We brought the P-Series motorized access, moving men up to the platform without having to climb the mast, again, increasing safety in this industry. We also brought the rail system for the mule on our Hydromobile, and what we're standing under right now is a new enclosure, panelized enclosure system, not only for inclement weather such as cold, but it also acts as a privacy wall and a heat reduction. The temperature under this roof will be 20 degrees lower than in hot, like Texas, Florida, and Arizona.
Oh, you definitely need it for situations like that, because it can get easily over 100 in situations like that. So this is a lot safer. But when you talk about heat as well, that's a safety factor. So you had that in mind, because a lot of folks get dehydrated when they're on the job site. So that's really going to help along with that.
It is, Tom. And that's overall was our emphasis and our vision was our good works, safer, more productive for this industry that has been so good to us over all these years.
That's awesome. Rob, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Vincent Dequois, I'm not going to forget that ever again. Guys, thank you so much. You get a chance, come on in here, talk to these guys. They have a great tent right next door. They'll be able to tell you all about Hydromobile and what they can do. And then we're going to send them inside. And you're going to give an opportunity to see the M3. You definitely want to do it. One button, that is pretty cool. I like that, the way that works for something like that.
Thanks again, Tom.
All right, take a look at this and you're going to see it in action and see some testimonials from people who use these products and just how amazing it is and how they feel about Hydromobile.
Hydromobile has always been a favorite of mine. I've worked with Hydromobiles my entire career, so it's something that I'm familiar with, and they keep on offering different types of interesting products that they add to their line, like the M2MA lifting system to raise our men up and down. It's way faster. We don't have to use crane access, and it allows for us to have a lot more flexibility.
The M2MA brings my personnel up here quickly and safely. The gentlemen appreciate the man lift because once you get above 40, 50 feet, it becomes difficult to climb and get up and down for lunch and breaks.
We problem solve on the fly every day, and Hydromobile helps us problem solve. It gets us to where we need to be.
Well, I was happy to hear about the M2MA because newer part for Hydromobile. We're excited to be a part of bringing it out here and seeing how everything works with it. It's worked out really well.
Okay, you're probably wondering what's going on right now. No, this is not the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. This is something totally different. Ron Adams is standing to my right now, and what's going on all around is called Brick the World. And Ron, this is kind of interesting what's been happening here, but I'm in the middle of about 5,000 brick being laid. Talk about Brick the World.
So Brick the World was Garrett Schaefer's idea last year. You can see him here behind us laying. He's on his sixth station of the day. He's over 2,800 bricks so far. And
so he's still got a couple thousand brick to go.
He's still got a couple stations to go. So yeah, okay. he's got some brick to go.
So when you're looking at that, he's got a couple of helpers. They're kind of tool the walls. These are some good looking walls here. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, so we've got JP here the striking and tooling. We've got Brandon, our cameraman, doing the support role, and we got Justin here hod carrying for him. So.
And when we talk about Brick the World, it's all about celebrating the pride and the craftsmanship and the passion of masonry, and he's doing a great job of it, really putting together some nice walls.
Well, and we want to put together craftsman walls, and we want to show the design community the efficiency of masonry, the beauty of masonry, the quality of masonry, and what we can do when you give us more masonry.
All right.
More masonry on the walls is the goal.
Is this going to be a world record?
This should be a world record today.
Should be a world record?
Should be a world record today.
All right. Well, this is pretty cool. Now, establishing it, maybe we're going to see 10,000 bricks in a couple days?
Well,
Has that got a shot?
I think that we're going to end up with multiple people competing against each other to see how many can really go in a day, and maybe we have 5 or 10 different competitors racing each other here at the end of the year to see who's the world's best bricklayer and who holds the world record.
All right, well, I encourage everybody to come on over here and take a look at Brick the World and watch him in action. And I'm going to grab this real quick. Don't go anywhere, Ron. I want to bring in a special guest right now. Mr. Bowl, come on in here. Grab this and hold it right up here, near there. This gentleman right here is Bob Bowl, who is a legend from the Spec Mix Brick Layer 500. And Bob, I just, first of all, great to see you. How you doing?
Great.
Man, you are absolutely awesome. It is so good to see you. And you were out here helping, laying some brick and helping them all out.
Yeah.
You know, now, is it true that you laid 10,000 brick in 1 hour?
No.
And this is really, no, I'm just kidding.
9:14.
9:14. Bob, not only he held the record for a while, and I think it's still a record, Bob, to tell you the
Still
truth.
is.
But the Bowl name has been synonymous with bricklaying, and there's a lot of generations out there. What do you think about this Brick the World that you see right here?
I think it's interesting. I'm going to try it next year if they let me.
I love it. Well, you know what?
I want to.
You are welcome anytime you want, because you are one of the OGs when it comes to the Spec Mix Brick Layer 500, and it's great to see you. It looks like you're still in pretty good shape. I bet you could still throw down 700 or 800 in an hour, couldn't you?
I could.
Yeah, I don't doubt it one bit, man. Well, listen, relax, take it easy, enjoy the show tomorrow, the Spec Mix Brick Layer 500. We know they're not going to get 900. They might get close, but they're not going to get you.
No, nobody has. 39 years.
And still going strong. All right, come on over here, see Brick the World. And if you see this guy, you want to take a selfie with him because he is the record holder. All right, take a look at this, and we'll be right back.
Oh, my God, that was
So good to see you, brother.
That's the best way to start a podcast right there, is do something like that.
I knew immediately that it was going to be a game changer.
And my dad basically told me, you're not graduating sitting on my couch and doing nothing.
Okay.
So I graduated high school on a Friday, and on Monday, he put me out in the field.
From 165 students to by 800 tomorrow, it took a lot.
We hope that we're reaching young people and they become future masons, but if they're not, then maybe they're going to become an estimator or a structural engineer, or, so that this background in masonry will help them with that, down the road.
Going through the high school program and competing and everything like that, and they've seen me grow throughout the years for the past 10 years, so they're like my family now.
Look, this is a hard job. It is.
So it's great. We always try to find a brick that the guys are happy with.
The Spec Mix Pro Series continues. I like this guy.
You need sunscreen, bro. I want to introduce you to Sean Kaufman, and this is really interesting because it's not often that you really want to see this guy on a job site. And we talk about that because if he shows up, that means there's an issue.
Right.
But the good news is you're the guy that can take care of that issue with Masonry Cosmetics.
Right.
Sean,
Exactly.
First of all, welcome. It is great to have you here.
It's great to
and
be
you
here.
do some amazing things. Let's talk about Masonry Cosmetics and how you are, you're the fireman, you're the police officer, you're the guy when there's a disaster, you save everybody.
Right. So most of the time it's a disaster because it's a color issue.
Right.
And so what we specialize in is in brick, block, masonry staining is in general. And so the worst thing that we believe you can do after you lay a brick or block is paint it.
Right.
And so we want to keep that breathable. We want to keep it as a natural looking product. And so what we use is a pigmented process. We mix it with a bonding chemical, and then we apply it to brick, block, mortar, stone, anything masonry.
Now,
and
when you're talking about applying that, tell us exactly what you did and what we're looking at right here.
So what we started off with is the light gray block, and we just wanted to change the color of it. And so what I did is I mixed up a little bit of red, a little bit of black to darken it a little bit, and put it in a cup with an elixir, and then we apply it by brush, and we dab it in to try to dab in all the little holes. But the good part about it is the aggregate that shows through still shows through whenever it is after stained. And so we can go darker, we can go lighter, and we also colored the mortar joint. Here we started with gray, and now it's a buff mortar joint, so we could do brick, block, mortar, stone, and all that kind of good stuff.
But when you show up, like we talked about, Sean is here, there's something wrong. But it's a great thing because there's a lot of old projects, old buildings that maybe there's a fade or they've replaced a window, and they're like, oh no, if we do this, how do we match that old brick or that old block? And that's where you come into play.
Exactly. As long as you can get the right size and the right texture of brick, and it's breathable, we can stain it to help you get it the best match. I mean, you could talk to anybody. They're spending a lot of time trying to find brick that's 30, 40, 50 years old. And people, these restoration guys can tell you how hard it is to match mortar that's a 50, 60-year-old mortar. Well, at least here, we can get you close, and then you could use staining to help you get that last little bit.
And you're looking for contractors. You want people to be a part of this, to come see you, to get trained, and you want contractors from across the United States to go, hey, give me a call, and you can be a part of this team to help out.
Yeah, we want to be able to service the industry in a fast and timely manner. So for me to come to Indiana to go to California to stain brick on something for somebody, it's a chore. And so if I can find somebody there that's interested in doing it, then that helps out too. But we also sell kits as well, to where people can just do it on their own, and they don't need any training or anything like that. They can send me a picture, and I can help them out with recipes and all that kind of stuff just from a picture.
But this is like one brick at a time, one block at a time.
Right.
And there's a reason for that, right?
Right, because you want to feed that pigment into that brick. So it's got to be something that's fed in manually by a brush. So whether it's 20 brick or 20,000 brick, we're doing it all one at a time.
And we're seeing the brick right over here. You can see the difference not only in the brick itself, but the mortar as well. That's really nice the way that all comes together. A great highlight.
Right, so that light gray brick is what it was before, and if you look at the top, you've got a dark red, a medium red, and a buff color, and then we color the mortar joint as well from a gray to a buff, just to show that we can change all of that. We can go darker, we can go lighter. I could make that brick white if we wanted to, and so it's just a good advantage as compared to ripping something out and then saying if that's going to match again if you replace it, so we can fix it.
You know, it's kind of bittersweet. We lost Brian Carney, the vice president of Spec Mix, earlier this year, and we have a tribute that we're doing for Brian. We have the very first tribute award for Brian, who was just the man who invented the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 and Masonry Madness. And the teams came together and they put together a nice little tribute wall for him. And you actually went down there, and we're going to take a look at that. We have a camera down there. Yeah. You can explain what you did, because there was no color in that wall. And what you've basically done is you've matched the color on my hat right there, the beautiful blue and gold. Talk about how that worked.
So I got approached yesterday, and they asked me to come and just take a look at it because they wanted the letters and the circle and the numbers to kind of pop a little bit.
Right.
And so they said, look, can you do blue? Can you do the gold? And I said, for sure. Okay. And so this morning we went, and it was an honor to be able to do that. We know what Brian meant to the industry. We know what he means to Spec Mix, and just to be able to, just to do something simple as add a little bit of color to something to make something look better. It was great to see how that turned out.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want everybody to go take a look at it up close, because the work is impeccable, it's spot on, and we're grateful for what you did for Brian.
It was a privilege to be able to do it.
And we really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much.
Please, Sean Kaufman, come over and see him. He'll give you a little demo of what's going on here, and he'll talk about how you could possibly become somebody in the masonry cosmetics profession to help someone who might have an issue. Sean?
Exactly. We're looking for contractors who might want to add to their business, and then we're also looking for people who just have issues, and we can help fix them. So looking forward to it.
He does a great job. All right, we're not done yet. We've still got another great sponsor we need to talk to.
Thanks so much.
Thick bedding and thin bonding mortars are your solution for optimal performance with any adhered masonry veneer application, starting with our thick bed adhered veneer mortars. Spec Mix adhered veneer mortar meets ASTM C270, specifically designed to be used as a scratch coat, bond coat, and jointing mortars in lightweight manufactured adhered veneer masonry unit applications. Spec Mix polymer modified adhered veneer mortar is the thick bedding mortar with grip, meeting ASTM C270 and ANSI 118.4 standards. It is designed to be used as a scratch coat, bond coat, and jointing mortar in any thin masonry veneer application, and is specifically recommended when placing natural thin cut stone masonry and or adhering directly to properly prepared concrete or concrete masonry units. Introducing Spec Mix Thin Veneer Adhesion Mortar XP 400, meeting ANSI 118.4 standards and backed by a 3 or 5 year warranty. XP 400 is specifically designed as a cementitious adhesive for thin veneer masonry units. The mix with extreme board life and maximum bond strength for thin bonding adhered veneer applications is Spec Mix Thin Veneer Adhesion Mortar XP 500, meeting ANSI 118.15 standards. XP 500 provides superior adhesion and low sag for the most challenging applications. Best of all, it's backed by 15 and 25 year warranties. For any application method, unit type, or substrate, Spec Mix is your source for high-performance masonry adhered veneer mortars.
They talk about big reveals, like on HGTV, you know, they pull the curtain back and the house is done or the room is done. So I'm going to reveal my partner, Jim O'Connor, over here.
Jim O'Connor, happy to be here.
Great to have you here.
Thank you for that introduction, Tom.
I'm going to let you take care of this because Jim is the man when it comes to these two gentlemen on his left and right. Jim, I know I'm going to see you tomorrow during Masonry Madness. Today, you're going to be one of the guys out in the field with me doing color commentary. Yes, I cannot wait. But, dude, this interview is yours.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tom. And thank you, Spec Mix, for honoring this event. I'm here with two gentlemen from the IMI on both facets of the IMI who really help train and educate and promote masonry and help our contractors get work, which is huge for my contractors and contractors all across the country. And actually, IMI stands for International Masonry Institute, so internationally as well. Roy, if you could give us some concept of what you're going through right now and make it happen for all of our contractors and the workers.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jim. So IMI performs a variety of different functions. We are a labor management partnership between the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers and the contractors that employ those members. So as Jim mentions, we're out there beating the pavement every day, making sure that folks are educated on the benefits and efficiencies of masonry, as well as making sure that our contractors are educated and that they have a skilled workforce at their disposal. So we're working on a variety of different things right now, in addition to engaging with the AEC community on continuing education programs. We're also exploring new materials and new technologies, such as integration of augmented reality into traditional bricklaying and restoration techniques. So we're really also looking at, similar to some of our partners that have been interviewed here today, engaging with the codes and standards organizations and making sure that folks really understand the benefits of working not only with masonry, but all the trowel trades which we represent, including tile setters and tile finishers and plasterers and cement masons. So we're really making sure that all the bases are covered when we're looking at these buildings as an assembly of materials and the entire systems that represent them.
And it doesn't last forever, but it certainly lasts for a long time. So they also help our tuck pointer and restoration PCC people to help them find out better ways of improving whatever there's damage to properties and whatnot. But also a lot of things that happen is people over-design buildings to make them stronger because it seems to them that that's really great. But Roy can show them that it doesn't have to be done that way, and you can save a lot of dollars and still get a confident wall that is going to produce for you. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure, it all goes back to those decision makers, right? We all know that it's one thing to educate the design community, but making sure that the owners, construction managers, and general contractors are well on board to understand how these masonry assemblies can really help meet their mark on their project goals.
And I've been here long enough to know that when they were training bricklayers, we were training bricklayers to lay brick and block, but it's expanded so much more into tile and marble and all the things that he talked about, metal panels. And Tony's here who has been training folks in all those aspects. And if we can move over towards this brick, it used to just be red brick everybody talked about, but right now we got, would you like me over here, Sean? Right now, if you won't mind coming, Tony. So Tony's role is engaging in all kinds of trades, and the IMI allows him to do that. And maybe you could give us an idea how well the IMI and their training center is doing right now.
Well, first I want to thank Spec Mix for having us out again. As you see, we build a host of variety of walls, different material. I will say that our training is best hands in the business for a reason. If you look at the apprentices that come here every year to compete, we typically take 6, 7, or 8 of the 9 positions because of our training. It's cradle to grave, standardized curriculum from West Coast to East Coast and in between. We've been very good. The IMI really helps us on the technical aspect of all our certification and certificate programs, and so it shows every year. We're the best hands in the business for a reason, and one of the reasons is that we also certify not only our training centers, but our instructors through an ICP program. They come in and get trained. It's a 5-year program, and so that we keep evolving new products, integrating everything that they're doing out in the field as it is today, because what we're doing today, we didn't do 50 years ago, and we always have to evolve.
And the instructors care about these kids. They follow their careers and they follow them along the way, and maybe help them get into something else if they want into estimating and other fields, safety, getting into an architectural school, whatever it might take. Tony's the guy, and his people are really give a darn about their kids that become journeymen. So anybody who's interested, the IMI has a website, imiweb.org. And get involved, become a bricklayer, get into the trades if you like, or call me and I'd be happy to try to help you. Oh, and watch the video as well. Thank you.
To start an interview, but why are your fingers blue, Elizabeth Graves with the Cast Stone Institute?
That's a good question.
I know, but it's a great reason.
Cast stone piece on my hands.
No,
So,
I know you didn't. This
no,
is special.
Sean and I, with Masonry Cosmetics, we were up there staining the Brian Carney Memorial, which is actually partially cast stone. It was produced by Custom Designs, or Concrete Designs, out of Arizona, and they shipped it here, and then the Utah Masonry Council they installed it all. So it's
beautiful.
really,
it's absolutely gorgeous, and I saw you working earlier on that.
Yeah.
Very meticulous, and I'll tell you what, it's extremely beautiful. I know that Shelley, his wife, would be absolutely proud. I know she's stunned when she saw it. What a great job you guys did.
well, thank you. Brian was a very special person.
No, he really
And-
was,
yeah.
and it's just it's strange not having him here. So thank you for what you're doing. And why don't we explain a little bit about the Castone Institute and what you guys are all about and why you are here at the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500.
Great. So the Castone Institute is made up of Castone producers that are actually certified. So that's not just somebody decided one day that they were going to start making cast stone. So cast stone. Now, these are cast stone that we're patching, obviously. But imagine that you have a beautiful brick or block building and you want something a little extra, right? So the caps, the window sills, some of those kind of things are what cast stone brings to a project, a masonry project. It's just beautiful, right? Which is what masonry is in general. So we also have associate members that support our certified producers.
What does it mean to be a producer for the Castone Institute?
So it's a lot different than just a normal cast stone producer. For one thing, you can't even apply until you've been making cast stone and selling it for 3 years. So there's that. Then there's a lot of testing, quality control, all of that goes into it. It's pretty strenuous. So we're a small, tight knit group that really focuses on quality. The goal is that when it gets out to a project, it's there. I mean, that's the great thing about masonry, right?
And you know, I know you guys here, these are beautiful pieces, and you had to mess them up a little bit because you're going to show some patching demonstrations today. Let's just pretend like maybe I'm not really good at golf, and I waywardly hit a couple of golf balls into the most beautiful Castone Institute pieces, and you got to patch them. So what goes on with the patch right here? Because this looks really cool.
Yeah. So, well, patching is an art, which is one of the reasons we're bringing this out here, is because for a patch to look seamless with cast stone, it really takes some talent, and you don't want to just wing it, right? So there's a lot that goes into it, and different patches require different techniques. There's different types of anchors you might have to use, or there's a lot of variation. So this is something that we're bringing so that contractors, if there is an incident, and let's just say this, that the first thing is we don't want them to have to get patched to begin with.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, something happens, but you guys can be there to rescue it and to make it look like it was new.
Yeah, so this is a service that we're providing that, mason contractors, we want them to be able to learn to do some of this themselves, but also know that the cast stone producers that they are working with, that they're a good resource for them as well.
Well, I love it. Well, thanks again for being out here. I love it. The projects are great, and this is pretty interesting. I love the focus and the meticulous way that he is patching it and putting that together and taking the time to make it just right. But that's what you guys do. You focus on getting it just right.
That's right.
Come see Elizabeth and company out here, Elizabeth Graves with the Castone Institute. Thank you so much.
Thank
Did I get
you.
some blue on me there? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just a beautiful thing that you did for the Brian Carney tribute wall. Thank you so much.
It was definitely a team effort.
I really appreciate it. All right, we'll be right back.
Just hold it.
No, you're doing good. Here you go. Just put it right up there.
All right.
Hey, this is real. We should start over again, just like kind of do it right, you know?
Yeah, you told me this was editable.
I thought it is. It is.
As far as you know.
Welcome. And I'm just like, I don't know. Let me start again. 3, 2. When you're talking about Concrete Masonry Hardscapes Association, these are a couple of guys that you want to talk to because there's a lot of information, a lot of things that are going on. Bob Thomas, David Petrie. David, I want to start with you about, you know, what's going on. Give me an overview of what's happening with CMHA.
Yeah, I'd say one of the best things about our organization is that with the full integration of the former ICPI, Interlocking Concrete Pavement Institute, and NCMA, the Concrete Masonry Organization, have the full gamut of products, both from the site solutions perspective and the buildings and the vertical construction and the building envelope. So offering solutions to both give our members, give our influencers access to the best materials, the tech notes, the specifications, construction best practices to get efficient design and construction solutions for our industry.
You know, we talk about trying to get the word out that, you know, concrete, masonry, hardscapes, you know, this is the way you need to build. This is the way you need to do it. We're talking about the future. How has that growth been over the years? And, you know, what are we going to see in the next 10, 15, 20 years?
Yeah, I think our membership had a real, forward-thinking process, especially on the masonry side with the development of Checkoff, the resources that they have. Both of our foundations that represent hardscapes and masonry doing very well. So funding those key research, education needs, their focus, and then with an engaged membership, I'm pleased to report, I think both of our meetings over the last several years, well over 300 attendees with passionate, engaged members in our various committee process that advance our cause.
Bob, I want to talk to you. I mean, an event like this, when you have so much around us and you can really get the word out and talk to people and you see all walks of life in this industry, what's kind of the message that you're talking to them about when people are, that maybe they have questions or anything? What is it you want them to know and get across and tell them not only about your association, but what you feel that future might be?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is always focusing on opportunity, right? And the opportunities are not necessarily where you are, but it's where you could be, right? So as David was kind of talking about the breadth of our organizations, we're recognizing that the opportunities in the marketplace for contractors are continuing to evolve, just as they are for manufacturers. So manufacturers are diversifying, and partly they're diversifying because their customers are diversifying. Right. So here we have brick and we have block, but there's lots of other forms of masonry out there as well. And one of those is the hardscape side of it, right? Which is whether we're talking about decorative paving or we're talking about retaining walls. And there's opportunities for producers, but there's also opportunities for contractors. We're starting to see a lot of crossover from those who install one product to those who install lots of products. And so we do want to expose to the masonry industry that there are opportunities in the hardscape arena as well. And so certainly as an organization, what we really focus on is trying to make sure the standards are set, make sure that there's a level playing field, and we're providing an opportunity for people to compete at whatever their business interest is.
And you have to think about the kids that are coming up as well, because they're the ones that are going to be learning all these things and, realize this is the way you do it, this is the right way to do it, and we want to share that information. How important is it to grow that younger crowd into what we're looking for, to grow masonry and hardscapes? Dave?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because we've had several investments through our Hardscape's trade show, H&A at Louisville each year. And one of the expansions we did through website promotion, hardscaping, is getting into the vocational training for that younger generation that you can develop a career out of this. And whether it's, mortar set masonry application, and we were admittedly one of the big beneficiaries of the pandemic. And the younger generation, not only from the construction side, but what they're looking for in their single family residential, may not want to invest in much as, formal dining room that you use twice a year. Those outdoor living concepts, I think we are well positioned, as our industry moving forward.
What is it going to take to get that message out, Bob? Go ahead, you can pass the microphone over. What is it going to take moving forward to get that message out? Because that's the critical part. I mean, we can talk about it, but what's the right way to deliver it? What's the platform?
Well, there's never going to be a single platform, right? I mean, the one thing I think that anybody realizes in marketing and messaging now is you got to use every platform.
Right.
So, you got to find them where they are, and so some of our efforts are focused on not just the kids, but also on the parents. Right.
Well, what about that? What about the kids and the parents? Do we need more schools? Do we need more trade schools?
Always.
But how do we do that? I guess that's really my question is, how do we get that message out that we need to build more of these opportunities for them? Because otherwise they don't know. I mean, there's probably very few schools that are going to be offering a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. In some ways on the hardscape side, it might be a little bit easier because there's a lot more opportunities for on-the-job training, right? It doesn't quite have the same apprenticeship type of a process and working through that you might have on the masonry side in terms of a skilled labor thing. But certainly there's, we're all working on opportunities to create ways for people to get it easier, faster, sooner, more touch points for them to get exposure to it early, and to have contractors to be engaged with them at that early stage of the process.
Got you covered. David, any final words before we end it up here? Anything you'd like to add?
I appreciate you letting us, talk about CMHA and our activities. And as mentioned, I think industry is as healthy as it's ever been. Just what we've seen, and obviously we both, work for Quikrete, the acquisition strategy, and what we've seen from R&D and the new products, both on the masonry, hardscape side, and the greenfield of plants, really provides a long runway. And really excited about where we've come as an industry. Hardscapes is still relatively new, first introduced in the North America in, say, the mid-1970s. Retaining walls came about in the mid-1980s. So we're still seeing that growth trajectory and excited to be part of it.
Well, enjoy the show tomorrow. Masonry Madness starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then the big show, who the world's best bricklayer is. Don't forget to get your bets in. It is Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
All right, David, Bob, thank you so much. The CMHA. Take a look at this if you want to join.
Thank you, guys.
Get ready, Masonry fans. It's time for the industry's greatest event, the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 World Championship.
Get the mud on the boards, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Let's lay some brick.
Bury me, carry me up, far beneath.
The Super Bowl of Masonry is back.
If you have anything left in the tank, use it.
Bury me, carry me up, far beneath. Fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene.
You don't want to miss this.
The world's best bricklayer for 2025, Cole Stamper, Tender Forest Stamper.
The road ends here. Who will be crowned the world's best bricklayer? Tune in to find out.
All right, everybody, hands in. Come on, hands in. H&B on 3. 1, 2, 3. H&B. All right, get out of here. We're going to talk to you guys later. All right, we got the whole lineup here, and we're with H&B, Hohmann Barnard, just an amazing sponsor, first of all. Thank you guys for once again being here. And, it's kind of interesting because what we're talking about here, we're going to go through the entire team right here. Not enough for a baseball team, but your team is pretty amazing. Yeah. There's a lot of great things that we're talking about, and I want to make sure that I get all this right. We're going to be talking about the Enviro barrier system, right?
Correct.
Let's talk about that, and I know we're going to see this right here. Give me a little background on what we're looking at.
Yeah, so the Enviro barrier is a fluid-applied air barrier. We find out that with air leakage, there's water and moisture in it, so we're trying to keep that and make the energy-efficient buildings.
But, I mean, how does it do it, though? Because it's got to work seamlessly with the anchors, the reinforcement, the flashing. Eric, what's the key?
The key is compatibility, first off. That's why we came up with the Enviro barrier. It's compatible with the flashing, the anchors, the whole system. It's one fluid system. Essentially, it's a glove on the building. Allows it to be more efficient.
Why is that so important?
Well, it's very important when you want energy efficient buildings. You want to keep the air leakage, the moisture, keep it all intact in one.
How much of a difference can that actually make when it's done right like that? Because we need to make sure that we do things right. That's critical.
If it's done correctly, you can cut your energy cost by 30%.
That's a lot of money.
That's a
lot.
lot.
We're talking about a big project, 30%. That's a lot of coin, honestly.
That's a lot of coin.
All right, Eric, thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to Linda. She can have the mic right there. We're passing the mic along. All right, we're here with Linda Pata. We're talking about thermal performance, and this is what problem was the HB213 bent plate anchor with thermal break developed to solve? Now, I had to make sure I got that right. I wanted to make sure I got it right.
Did it say thermal
So
213?
That's
the big part. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Okay,
just making
so
sure. So talk to me here.
The name of the game is thermal bridging. And
Thermal
we have
bridging?
to stop the thermal bridging.
Okay.
So a thermally broken brick tie is the future. So this one was created as, you can kind of see here, these wider cavities is what's
Right.
creating the need for this. And so it's thermally broken in the back and it's thermally broken in the front. The depth of the insulation, one fastener for one single penetration. That's kind of the gist.
Now, what's the key? What is this going to do? Why do I need this? Because people need to know why does that make a difference?
Well, mostly code's telling us we have to do it.
Okay, all right.
But it's allowing that air barrier that Eric talked about.
Right.
It's allowing this whole thing to be more thermally efficient.
And you need to have that.
And you need to have it.
Again. And well, that's why we like H&B, because you guys do it right.
Right.
We don't want to cut corners. We want to make sure that it's done right, because then that way we're saving money on efficiency and we're making sure those barriers are what they should be.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So far, am I doing okay?
I think we're doing all right.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you hang on to that.
And pass the microphone.
We're going to pass the mic to Steve Lasik. And Steve,
Thank you.
You're up at bat. You got two people on.
Okay.
We need a base hit.
Let's have
Can
one.
you do it?
I can do it.
All right, Steve. How does working with the one manufacturer for the wall system, rather than piecing together products, reduce all that uncertainty, the callbacks, the issues that you're going to have?
Sure. So I think we're talking about single source. It comes up a lot. I like to think about things like consistent performance standards amongst all the products in the wall system.
Right.
It's important that you work with a manufacturer that has a full catalog. We've got over 2,000 SKUs and 60 pages of catalog. You have to think about things like consolidating the number of phone calls or the number of POs, streamlining the logistics of the whole process. That's going to save time in the end, Tom, and time's money.
I like that. I mean, so far, that was a base hit. We scored a run.
Oh, okay.
But we're not done yet.
All right.
We've got to go to the cleanup hitter and to drive us home.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go. I'm going to grab that microphone there, and we're going to go to Mark Brusso. Mark, come on in, brother. Grab this. This is yours. We're going to turn around here. I'm going to come over here. Are you going to be on that side? All right, I'll be on this side. And, okay, we're going to look. I see the lights over here, so we're going to look at the wall this way.
Thank you.
All right. We got a bad wall. We got failed masonry or concrete. You're going to come to the rescue, Hohmann Barnard.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. How do we save a failing wall, Mark?
Well, one of the most common methods to save a failing wall is a helical tie. So the beauty of this piece of hardware here is
Right.
it's stainless steel.
Okay.
It's extremely strong in and out. It's extremely easy to learn how to install, so the learning curve is very, very quick.
Yeah, I noticed some holes right
Yes.
here. So what is that going to provide? What do we do?
So what we're doing basically is we're drilling a pilot hole into the wall.
Right.
So 3/16 drill bit first, and then we're driving it in with a drive tool, right from the outside brick into the backup. And then from there, you have a solid connection that's going to outlast the lifespan of the building.
I'm not going to worry about my wall falling or anything
Nope.
like that. Is that the whole thing? We're going to tie it in?
That's correct.
So it's a helical tie.
That's correct.
So there's a reason why it's named that.
Yes, sir.
And so then we're good to go.
You are.
Is that all you need to do? And then we're going to cover this up?
So the beauty of the tool is what it will do. It's going to push that tie in another 1/4 of an inch.
Right.
And that's enough so that you can apply a pointing mortar like a Spec mix type N on the face there, and then you can quickly patch that hole, and then you're finished.
We're going to be good to go. Team, come on in. I need the rest of the team over here. Hustle up. All right, turn around. Turn around. Come on in here. Come on in here. Here we go. Okay. Guys, come on all the way in. Come on all the way in. Here we go. So, look, you guys did great. You performed well. I think I'm going to invite you all back next season on the Hohmann Barnard team. I do appreciate everything. All right, on 3, Hohmann Barnard. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hohmann Barnard. You missed it? All right, Linda's fired. No, we're just kidding. Hey, if you got problems, come see these guys right here. They have so many different solutions, and they do it the right way. And look at their catalog, because they're right. There's just so many opportunities to get the right pieces of material that you need, and they'll talk you through it and make sure. Take a look at this. This is why. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed today's sponsor day here in the arena. The Spec Mix Bricklayer 500, it takes place tomorrow. It's going to be Masonry Madness Day. Look, I encourage you to visit all of the sponsors, and we cannot pull off a show like this unless we have these amazing sponsors like this. So please talk to them. The demos that I did today, you do it. Do the same thing. Go over to iCube. Maybe you get some block cut. I have no idea, but you know what? If you don't visit each of these tents, you're going to miss out on some great people, some products, some services. You really want to do that. Now, tomorrow, what's going to happen? 8 o'clock in the morning, the skills apprentices over there in the corner, first, second, and third year students trying to become journeymen. After that, the toughest tender, the Mason's right-hand man. They have an opportunity to win a lot of cash. This is the setup for the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500. The only catch is it's got to be done perfectly or you're not going to be in the money. Then the fastest trowel on the block, 20 minutes. These are the beasts of the midway right there. 20 minutes to lay about 2 tons of block, $8,000 on the line. And then, who is the world's best bricklayer? The teams behind me right now, they're laying what's called their starter courses. So this is how they're going to start tomorrow. So they're getting everything ready, making sure everything is level. So when the gun starts tomorrow, 60 minutes, as much brick as you can. At the end of the day, the judges take a look at it. The adjusted brick count will be announced. And the winning Mason, over $100,000 in cash and prizes. The Chevy truck, the space cap on top, and lots of other goodies. It's just going to be a great day. That's why we call it Masonry Madness. And a special tribute to a guy we love, Brian Carney, the vice president of Spec Mix, who we lost this past year. But tomorrow, It's his day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Get ready, Masonry fans. It's time for the industry's greatest event, the Spec Mix Bricklayer 500 World Championship.
Get the mud on the boards, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Let's lay some brick.
Oh, bury me, carry me, far beneath.
The Super Bowl of Masonry is back.
If you have anything left in the tank, use it.
Bury me, carry me, far beneath. Fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene.
You don't want to miss this.
The world's best bricklayer for 2025, Cole Stamper, Tender Forest Stamper.
The road ends here. Who will be crowned the world's best bricklayer? Tune in to find out.